about why do we always have to play Brazil.
It's always like, it's like 17-1, I think, is their record against Brazilian teams. Ow, they'll be hoping to improve that one here. It's something absurd. Meanwhile, on paiN's side, I think that if we get these 2 levels at their average, paiN should blow them out of the water. The question is, are those issues yesterday, are these issues that we've seen from them occasionally going to rear their head? Or are the young players of paiN locked in and in their best form? Because if so, it's going to be tough for FlyQuest.
Absolutely. And I think they need to get off to a bit of a hot start here as well for them. You know, try and bring in a little bit of energy into this roster. Seen sometimes here that they still struggle, I feel like, in the mentality of this team. You know, it's a big change bringing in Regali and losing Alistar. And I think it's a positive one in terms of the firepower, in terms of the headspace here. But I still want to see if Regali can bring it in this roster.
It's the thing where the consistency on the op was never there for Alistar, but the reason why he stuck around on this team for so long is what he brought inside, the intangibles. He was, by most reports, kind of the favorite teammate of just about everybody. The guy that you love playing with, but you're hoping that the firepower upgrade can justify what you lose. More intangible elements. In's going to try and get some of that firepower going here. Outside of the cave, nothing doing just yet. paiN have rumbled up the position of the dualies, so they should have a decent idea of what the setup is, and they're going to reroute towards middle as a result.
This is a very patient pistol here. I mean, 35 seconds left right now, and paiN are just now starting to inch their way towards mid. Good news is for FlyQuest, so are they. And they're going to meet in a head-on collision with those double dualies still in play. There's only a single pair right now. And head-on collision working out wonders for FlyQuest. Taking charge, losing out these early duels. FlyQuest looking to force a reroute, but David offers up a couple kills that might open up some access.
Unwinnable, unwinnable. You just can't get the bomb to a site in time. You just can't get the bomb to a site. Snow's desperately trying to open the door back for the but there's simply not enough seconds. So dying is important here. It would be nothing worse than to get clocked in the pistol round. paiN really trying to play that slow. I mean, you could appreciate it initially, right? They find out the setup, but then they're just so patient in the approach back into the adjustment that by the time they do, well, there's a new setup, it turns out. They're allowed to rotate too.
Yeah, it's the leg update right there for FlyQuest in full effect. Fancy little thing called rotation. After they clear out that E-box positioning. And I mean, yeah, I'm with you. Good idea from paiN. They just have to up the tempo a little bit, especially on these pistol rounds where I feel like slow play doesn't oftentimes favor the T side. It can in some occasions, but once you take that contact, oftentimes it means go. In this case, it meant slow. And pistols once again. But David with the D. He's good for one with this. Is what I would have said.
If he didn't get deleted. Not good for one. Good for none. And so far, no blemishes on FlyQuest's record. It's a nice start for the Aussies. And for Golly. We got to put the caveat on now. It can't just be the Aussies. Majority Aussies? It's enough.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Get glocked. Not going to be a huge difference maker, but Vexite getting tapped down.
We'll talk about, the Regali and the change that they made here, because as you said, the ultimate vibes guy, Alistar, great teammate, oftentimes called out. Maybe not the best in the server, but
the thing that sucks for Alistar, right, is they were for so long they were trying to be like, he's gonna get it, he's gonna get it. We wanna see if we can get it, and then they did. They did it the Atlanta run.
Yeah,
they lifted a trophy. Yes, it was just an ESL Challenger event, but it was a trophy. And he played sick.
He was great in the grand finals, man. It was unbelievable.
And then they went to the major, and consistency was gone. It's a bummer. It's a bummer, certainly.
But, I mean, Regali has been known to be a bit of a wild card, right? How is his mindset? How's his mentality in this team? And obviously, that's a huge, that's a pretty roller coaster roster change right there. And, if you look at, the stat charts right there, the levels, you got high firepower here for Regali, but again, it's about bringing in that frustration. My thing is with Regali, I think he has to make this team work. Otherwise, what is his opportunities in the future going to really look like?
Yeah, the resume is starting to become a little clouded.
Yeah. I mean, this has to be where it works. So if there was ever a time for him to, really get that part, it'd be now.
Smoke kind of sets them up nicely, actually. I'm surprised that this gets thrown for FlyQuest. That feels like it was missed.
It was missed, yeah. It hit the wall.
They did a big mistake there, and that's the perfect setup.
Yeah.
You might want to just cut bait, FlyQuest. This is going to be tough to get back into. 5 alive, DP main control, cave control.
Flank held.
Yeah, if Dexter loses this, this is done.
Hmm?
He hasn't lost it yet. Kawez dancing with him, trying to buy time, keeps his teammates from getting in towards the side as long as Dexter's not able to help him out. They're going to go for it, but yes, there is the kill coming through from Kawez, and now everybody forced in from FlyQuest to little success. They'll try and get stuck onto that bomb, but
no kids.
they got no appetite. They got no interest. Regali's got to get out of there. They did actually find a kit at the end. A little too late.
Yeah, can't make the case right there. Gonna go ahead and call it with a couple of rifles held onto, but I mean, I do think that round is mostly lost because of that missed smoke. I mean, that's a brutal miss.
That's tough.
It bounced off the ceiling right there, and it almost is like what a T-side smoke would do if they were to scale in, and they just get to use it against them.
That's where you wish the coach just had like we're thinking like old Catholic boarding school, come in with a ruler and just wrap you on the knuckles for missing a smoke. Aircast, just no, bad.
I don't know. Yeah, it just hit the wall and then bounced right down. Sometimes there's like trajectories that go wrong. I felt like that was just a bit awkward. Well, they don't miss the flashbang.
No, that's good. That's very good indeed. NQZ down with nothing. We've seen NQZ have some heaters already.
I mean, I don't know if he's still top rated after what Sajat just did in that last series, but he has been up there as well in terms of this.
The thing about Sajat is he hasn't had bad maps. He's just had very normal maps.
Yeah.
Up until that dust tier where he's like, no.
Okay, we're making it right now. Yeah.
We're going God mode. I don't know what his individual rating was. It's definitely north of 2.
Yeah.
Kawez, brawling, but Vexite getting the better of him, flying around the map now, being moved about. And they are going to allow the bomb plant to come through as a result of shifting off Vexite, but no, maybe not even. Not even. Nothing afforded to paiN. A shutdown early from FlyQuest, and the Aussies are looking good.
Yeah, I love that decision as well right there. A lot of unity between Vexite and Regale. Moving through the Molotov and making paiN's life very difficult all throughout that round as well. Very active, quick motions from FlyQuest throughout the map, in towards middle, fighting in towards A. And not allowing for paiN to have a chance in that round. Hiding behind the Molotov could have done that. Instead, your rifle for NQC, prioritizing getting him started. Lifted off in this map.
It was a 2.22.
Dang.
Back in chat.
On dust?
Yeah, 137 ADR. 37 and 13. That's stupid.
That's not bad.
That's stupid.
That's not bad for a...
only teammate, only player on his team to go positive.
That's a whole... Oh, just on dust, yeah. That makes sense.
On dust. Just on dust. Not the whole series. No.
But now NQZ trying to make things work here. They're giving him a little bit of love, or at least chances, with this AK. Trying to get him confident once again, because we see, versus house bets, what he could do if he's confident.
Well,
that's a bit of different caliber of competition.
Yeah. Then now you're playing their big brothers.
Yeah.
You beat up on the little kid out in the playground.
Yeah.
It's funny because literally Vexite's older brother is on that team. So you actually...
Yeah, you know what? The little brothers are pretty typically better at video games, I will say.
There you go. So now it's the little brother who's come back for revenge.
It's just, you have to, let the little brother get a little older so that he can get better at video games. But, they start training very young, and that's what helps them usually shine above.
And you've got a rival to try and overcome.
Yes.
Because everyone knows when you're a little kid, you're worse than your big brother. And then it's...
And you got to prove yourself to the friend group, the team, that you're worth it.
Maybe you're not going to be able to beat him up in real life, but Smash Brothers? Sure. Liaz finds one. Does it bomb can cross? Maybe? It would be nice. No.
Good shit.
No. Nothing. Nothing. Completely blanked out of this one, which is starting to become a little bit of a worryingly consistent thing that we're saying at the end of these rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a CT side here for FlyQuest as well. And Dexter is quite happy about that one. Good to see smiles on their faces.
Is Regale super tall, or does he play with his chair wicked high up?
Wicked high.
I've seen him in person. I think he's pretty normal height.
He's got some good posture, I'll say that much, but it also seems like he might be... Is he doing the crisscross applesauce?
He's got a ramrod straight back, and
Yes.
I think he's got the high chair.
I think his knees are up.
Perfect pause. You think his knees are up? No way. There's no way. Can we get a look at his player cams? There's no way there's a pro player who plays crisscross applesauce. I do not believe it.
I do sometimes.
And are you a professional player?
I got a belt.
Mr. Season 36 champ?
You know, you just have to get paid to be a professional. And I have been paid once.
How much did you get for that
for
one?
tournament winnings.
Would you rake in?
400.
400.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad. There's something there. Dexter. It's not bad either. He's still alive somehow here in towards middle. Doesn't want to concede the space. He's getting teammates close to him. Eventually he has to reload. But he's dumping the util now, and while he'll eventually go down, he has found good impact, good stall out as well. So we'll want to be this first thrust.
wow.
Huge find for Inns. That's the bomb. It can be retrieved at the very least, so it's not a disaster yet. But if Snow goes down here at the fountain, which he will, bye-bye. This is another complete non-starter. They are, getting bulldozed. This is dramatic from FlyQuest. This looks damn good.
Yeah, I'm just liking the way that they unify this aggression as well. Dexter, obviously, a fantastic start to this round. He is constantly putting pressure towards the middle, and that's a huge point to put through here for him. If he can continue to have this impact towards middle, I mean, this is when FlyQuest plays some of their best Anubis, is when he's thriving as a rifle, and it doesn't initially require a lot of help either. He's starting some of these rounds off alone in this direction and still managing to find kills, and as an IGL, I watched a lot of IGLs try that and then just lose like 4 CT rounds throughout a half trying to make these sort of moves. And right now, Dexter is providing opening kills, and that wins you rounds in middle if you can do that.
Absolutely. It's also the case. I know if you're a paiN fan watching this right now, you're cycling through your list of asterisks and excuses. It's their map pick. That's very true.
Yes.
But the problem is, even if you lose with the Anubis and you get through to Nuke, we know this team is very young and at times have some instability. I have watched them on land absolutely crater a nuke before. That should have been a sure thing. And I think if you get out of this with all these young players being frustrated, you gotta be nervous about the bounce back. Okay, they've got some space on towards A, but they really need to get this bomb down. And I think the utility is going to afford them that opportunity. It will indeed. Okay, that's a nice one already. Now if they can get anything more, that'd be wonderful. Davidayus with the drive-by. It's getting messy. Oh, and QZ gets us so close to the line. At least they can make this expensive. At least they can crack some of these goose eggs. At least they can get that bomb planted. This is the best result we've had for paiN in a while.
Yeah, and it's with very limited resources here, and I think that's something that they might want to turn their direction towards here. I mean, we've seen in a couple of gun rounds, first of all, getting shut down towards middle, but early on in some of these rounds, FlyQuest being aggressive towards A main. But later down the line, you kind of notice that every once in a while, Snow's getting out into these deeper positions towards A without meeting any resistance, and that could be something to look towards here in the future for paiN to try and recover this half, is understaffed A bomb site just in the numbers and where they start these positions. But Regali with an AWP here. I don't think he's had this just yet on the CT side. It could be interesting to see him bring it out now as the cherry on top of this already sweet half.
Snow does not want to melt. So he withdraws. They did go for the early cave peek, but a lot of smokes mean that crawl back into the cave. Stare at the shadows on the wall. And the swing is denied. High-low peak shuts down those 2v2. You just get erased.
It's a double setup right there. As soon as I say, that's potentially something that they could lean in on. Well, there you got a high-low setup, and it is well-staffed on the A side. And they win their duels. Beating Snow and David here. Two excellent aggressive pieces here for paiN. And they just take 50 damage in between those exchanges. Not blinded up by the flashes, taking those head-to-head duels.
This is interesting. Huge mid-space, and they're unless they go in towards A, they're not going to have an early warning system. The comms better be good here from FlyQuest. These B players better be aware that Temple's wide open.
Yeah, I mean, the internal clock's got to start ticking. You can see, actually, that Liaz is feeling a little bit uncomfortable, but
Inns is looking.
it might have to be a little bit speedier here from the side of paiN.
25 seconds. Now they see there's a B-main player. Yeah, okay. Why is he baiting? Why is he not going out? Just got to be looking the right way. Not the right time to turn around. Big Zero want to see if he can get more, but Liaz can shut this all down, and will do exactly that. You need to cross him to get the bomb, and now his teammates are here, and you won't cross to begin with. They do them the mercy of killing the B-main player as well. So it is, once again, so very comfortable for FlyQuest.
Oh, they're just looking absolutely deadly right now. Excellent awareness. Great identification of the weakness, and a lovely way to start things off.
This is not what I expected.
No, I mean, I came into this one here thinking that we were going to see paiN look to bounce back, but I mean, obviously yesterday was an interesting matchup here versus M80. And those feelings of a series that got ahead of you very quickly could remain here today.
I like this timing, though, from Riggs. Get in there.
Everyone's got their nose out.
They got the notes, they got the conversation, but it's not just about what you're running, right? It's about getting everyone activated, switched on, getting the reset coming through here, rely on the game plan, bring it through.
That flow chart there for paiN going into page 2 now, it looks like.
Can I just say a controversial thing?
Let's go ahead and hear it.
I think we should force a condensation of the playbooks. I don't think you should be able to have an essay there in your notes. I know that this is a hot take. I know coaches are going to kill me in the streets for this. But I do think it should be like 1 page front back.
Listen, but then you're just going to put so many notes and it's just going to condense into...
If you dudes can't read it, they can't read it. You gotta figure it out, right? If the NFL can condense to 1 play sheet with a number of different players on the field at one time, Counter-Strike teams can do it.
Yeah, that is fair. I'm starting to get into the next gen stats era, I feel like.
Okay.
Of CS2.
Where's this? We do have the spider cam. His name is JNZ.
Spider cam. I think we have bozo deaths out there now. People are counting bozo deaths. You know, we're getting into these new stats and percentages that are very intriguing. That's another nice start. Wentz is a little bit overexposed, but he still finds the kill. And a Big U collects and remaining stalwart on this B-side defense here. They're getting run down from different directions, though, and that's going to be a big problem. It equalized fairly quickly here.
But look at the flank. Look at the cavalry.
Oh, wow.
If Dexter can stay alive at all, they're right here. They're right on, but they're not expecting the player still be in towards K because the bomb play. Dexter flying into the fray. He gives Ricali a chance.
Scope heard.
Scope?
Nope.
It doesn't look like it was heard. I don't know that Snow's communicated. Now he's figured it out. One of his teammates may be calling to him. Oh, dancing around a pillar, but what a shot. Doesn't expect the last. How is he live? Oh, boy. Davide is nearly giving him a chance, but finally, paiN limp to a round win.
Needed that one right there.
That's like a fist bump from your coach, but maybe there's some hesitation from him. He's like, yeah, we got it.
Let's tighten up that spray a little bit, though, while we're at it.
Focus in.
What a flick right there from Ricali. That is exactly... Oh, man.
Shaking.
Yeah. Wow.
Shaking.
Wow.
Gotta calm down here, NQZ. That hand is shaking.
My God. And I said, you know, this is the sort of environment that, yeah, paiN should feel very comfortable in here. We still talk about some of the struggles that they're going to field on the stages as a young team, but this is still the studio. This is still stage 1.
Yeah, you've been here. You've done that. This should not be where you're shaking on the hands.
Yeah.
Like a leaf. We'll try and be a leaf on the wind in this one. No mid presence from FlyQuest. Completely conceded. Dexter will come back into it. They wanted to go for the early E-Box cave peek. But that'll be conceded. Don't think that flash went where exactly supposed to be. I guess if someone's peeking into you, it'll blind him up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at this duel that Big U's going to have to face here potentially. Regale positioned up towards middle. A little extra assistance with that AWP to hold off this position. Met by a Molly here. He's going to keep his space quite nicely, but
here's the
not going to chance to pop a shot off.
If they go behind it, they're going to have the info. Yep, okay. Vexite now is pretty confident. No one's actually gotten into A main just yet, so as this util comes in, they know they've got somewhere to fight from at the very least. If Vexite can hold on to this is huge. Pumps the camera, util out. Nice kill coming through from Dexter, but he needs more. And a 2-for-1's not so good. Davide is giving them the space that they need, but Vexite's still here. And Vexite's brawling, battling, finally dealt with. But he's given his teammates a chance, and they've got the weight of the util for this post. A tap on that bomb, but not committed to. And now a teammate with him, Liaz and Inns, they can cook here. They dodge. Kawes expecting the heaven peak, but they've slipped past his angle, and now he may never get the chance for the plant. 25 seconds, NQ's got to put these pieces together. He finds the first. But Liaz eager to give him the fight that he craves. How do you plant this up? Swap to the gun, 9 bullets in, but Liaz will not flinch.
No, he's fully still right now. Stone cold coming through in the clutch. Vexite, though, having a 180 defending the A side in multiple different directions. Their reposition's looking good. But just in time, David strikes with a couple of kills. All comes down to a clutch situation, though, and you saw QZ a little bit shaken. Liaz locked in.
The double fist pump. Let's go. They're loving this one. I mean, they know the context right now. This is Anubis. This is Anubis, and you've got 8 rounds on the CT, and you are battering them in so many of these rounds. This isn't how this is supposed to work. This isn't how this match is supposed to play. They're getting rocked right now.
Yeah, this is a huge reality check for paiN here. Tough series yesterday. Now feeling that pressure back to back. Look, talked about breaking the loss streaks here, snapping those for FlyQuest. That's exactly the position paiN need to find, and David with an opener.
This is the big hitter. Vexite's done such a good job of holding on to space here towards A, finding the damage, finding the casualties. I mean, that last round as well, he was perfect. It's getting that kill off the Tech 9. David may be the one piece that's clicking right now for paiN.
Yeah, and sometimes that is enough for paiN here, but need more of that extremity lurking presence to have impact.
Oy, he's going solo. No, there's a flashbang for it, potentially on Regale. They'll play together. This is not the fight you want against the Pistols. And indeed, they're going to get dismantled. It has to be Regale. 1, 2, 3. Stacked up. Gone to the sidearm. Snow will lead that through. But now utility can come up to bottle them in towards A main to stall this out. The rotation in. Inns is wary that someone could have gotten up in towards mid. That nade, though, whittle them down, and Liaz has another chance at an impact round. Drops the bomb, confirms the second player as well. All the information available to him. That will call in his comrade, the cavalry. Kawes just desperately trying to get this thing planted, and that will be denied. We come to the last round of the half. 9 stacked up for FlyQuest. Look, these guys may not know shit about painting an apartment, but goddamn, do they know Anubis.
They know it well right there, completely leveling out this attack here. Regale doesn't even buy an op in this round. Plenty of money to do it, but they got to get a rifle for that sequence. Being able to shut things down. Liaz continuing with the confidence, and they're definitely feeling the adrenaline as well here. I mean, this is a matchup that FlyQuest desperately want to get back into. Get a little bit of revenge for devastating defeat there just a couple of months ago in the major. Looking to get their revenge here. And that Snow, though, that's what you need out of him here. Punishing some of this A aggression that has been ever present. Helped out by David in the utility. Fast up middle is Big U, taking his timings. Not prepared for it at all is Regale, and he'll get sidelined. Maybe the pressure relieved here for paiN as Big U's just unleashing all the pain here.
You gotta do it. Captain steps up, takes command for his team. Now they've got control in towards middle. This is the first round of this Anubis. The first round. That looks like Anubis should on the attacking half, right? Control, space, manipulate, flank out. Players looking the wrong way and caught. So it comes late, but maybe, just maybe, it's a sign of a better dawn for paiN. That might just be the best half of Counter-Strike FlyQuest have had this year. Dominant on Anubis and paiN in a lot of trouble, but one final round there at the end, a bailout. Cole, is it enough to inject some life into this team?
It's hard to do on the CT side of Anubis, I will say. Maybe, though. I mean, it did look like Biggie was just over with the fact that they were losing rounds and took it into the palm of his hands. Snow with a little impact as well. But I'm with you, man. FlyQuest looking in tip-top shape with that half right there. Now they got to continue it forward here to the second. David quick on the kills. And maybe this guy can take over once again. 15 so far and looking to make it more. NQZ with a little extra assistance. And that could be the ticket in to the second half here for paiN.
He's been the lone bright spot.
Yeah.
Shining star on a very dark night for paiN. But maybe his light can lead in a little bit more success here.
And you know, David's kind of used to being in that position. But not on this team.
Why would that be? Why would that be? What teams has he been on previously, Cole, where he might have had to do some carrying?
I don't know. Might want to look at the opening kill statistics of Red Canids.
But there's this guy on that team who's two-time #1 player of the year.
What years were those? 10 years ago? Well, I guess 9.
Your first Exner thinks Coldzera is washed. You can find him on Twitter at Exner. What is the tag?
I forget. I don't know the later part. There's another.
Hold on, I'll check. We'll make sure that people know where to find you.
For my profession.
Just remember, if you're going to send him a hate DM, just do him the courtesy of a follow as well. We got to get those numbers up.
Yeah, you do have to follow me if you want to send me a DM, so I think. I actually don't know how that works.
Exner Casts, at Exner Casts. Get in there. Give him a follow. Just get those numbers up. Get those numbers punched up. It's a Pro League caster out here. And let him get his first. Have you gotten any death threats?
Yes.
You've gotten death threats?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have gotten death threats.
I cast a lot of Tier 2 CS.
You are in the South American mines a lot of the time.
South Americans, some Europe in the mix there.
That's true. And of course, you're the reason they lost their money. Everyone knows that. Pihuzera. Try and rob some folks. And well, they're going to do a dang good job of it as well. Clean for paiN.
Nice
So it
stuff.
begins.
What's that?
So it begins.
Yeah. I mean, starting it off strong there. Smiles on their faces as well. Good to see. Still believe here for now. We'll see once these guns come out, though, for FlyQuest if they can continue that effort. But it's taking these piece by piece for them that is important.
Because they were trying to be so conservative with the ammo that he almost didn't get that first kill.
He turned around a little quick.
Little double take frag.
He's like, okay, I got vision on the second, and so I can kill right now. And then I can turn and get the other. And that's efficient eco farming right there, really. It's not only the first, but how do you get the second eco kill?
Maximize your eco farm.
Maybe even the third eco kill, or the fourth. Once you get past 4, it's getting greedy, though. You gotta spread the wealth.
You're the IGL, you're allowed.
Yeah, but like, you know, 4's good.
It's like officer rations, but IGL rations of ecos. You get more. You get some meat. Some finer things. Eeks.
More of that tofurkey.
I don't know if I've ever had a tofurkey. I've had a lot of replacement type products. I don't know if I've ever done the tofurkey.
I have not.
It's just a lump of tofu, right?
In a turkey shape.
I don't even know.
Yeah, they molded
Just
into
kind
a
of
full turkey.
It is. Let's see. Vexite, beautiful entry. Can't quite get the second, though. Teammates didn't come along for the front because they are rocking their way up middle. Uh-oh. paiN on the train. And I might just be taking them home and out of this matchup.
Taking them home to Nuke?
That is true. They do have Nuke.
Yeah.
That is home turf. Hold the spot for Dexter. Dexter's hunting these up. Dexter. Ooh. Well, he's dead. He's deadster. Deadster.
Yeah. That works right there. Have you ever had to cast Dexter versus Degster?
It has to have happened at some point. I can't remember it specifically, but that would be the nightmare. I did have to cast Nyx and Nyx.
Yeah.
When they were on the same
On the same team.
There was Nick X, newly of complexity, relatively newly of complexity, and then there is an NA player who is Nyx, NYYX. And so both their tags, in case you're wondering, are pronounced Nyx, which is a pain in the ass when they're on the same team.
Yeah. I mean, that's just has to be a role clash, right? Like
Name clash?
Yeah.
That's a new problem in a Counter-Strike roster construction. We did settle on Nick X and Nyx.
Yeah.
Which is also important because I think Nick X's name isn't Nick. One of their names isn't Nick.
Surely not. Nicholas, maybe? The full name?
No, I don't think it's...
Really?
One of their names isn't Nick. It might be NYYX.
Okay.
Let me check.
I think that's a little unreasonable, but...
Oh, I would agree.
You know, we did have Stewie 2K. Named Jake.
Okay, Nyx is in fact Nick Lee. That makes sense. NYYX. However, Quinn, named Quinn.
Oh.
Just messing with us.
Towards the B side, though. Messing around into the ground here. Snow trying to defend, but does get overrun.
Putting good work, though.
A lot of damage.
Clocked in for a shift, got a kill and nearly 2. Because his teammates plug the gaps.
It's a little bit of utility here for Cowis.
Has to be Cowis. He's had a bit of a sleeper. Time to wake up. Finds the first. Problem is Vexite, right? Vexite, healthy, strong, mighty. Smoked off. Smoked off. Double smoke. Smoking. Ticking. Sticking. Out of time. Out of clock. Out of life. Shot in the dome. And it is going home for FlyQuest.
They're very quickly activating on this T side here. A little sliver of hope once you win the pistol and follow up, but this is kind of what we highlight a lot with the difficulties in this map here. First of all, it's very hard, I would say, in an outright even 5v5 to try and defend the B-bomb site in general. That's why a lot of teams love to get aggressive. They love to try and make these opening picks happen, and then that's where defaults come into effect, and you can quickly shut things down. And we've seen a little bit of both from FlyQuest. We've seen them win when the aggression has head their way, such as that, or in that last round, we've seen them just execute properly and force some of the challenge of this map.
Poor Callis. He was safe for so much of that Molotov, and then the late spread just gives him away. Oh, now they're getting bulldozed in towards sight. Hold on, players low. No. There was a moment there where I truly believed. But it's the belief that kills you. And in this case, it's the guns.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure paiN started to believe a little bit there, especially after the 2 rounds. But that is when you quickly know it's over. Feeling sinking in. 7 rounds in a row required on the CT side, up against what FlyQuest are putting on is just a clinic.
It's a battering. Kerry Potter on 4 effect as well. Leah's having a nice one, 18 and 6. Had some big moments in the retakes of that A site, but it's been steady for him.
I think he ended off that first half as well, 15 and 3. So it was just super dominant all over. And this T side is just not taking them too long to try and close.
Oh, God. FlyQuest feel like they're bullying them now.
Yeah, they're in some flow state right now.
It's an unusual place for FlyQuest to be in against a Brazilian team. This isn't how it usually goes. I think they like this change, though, I'd imagine.
I'm sure. Do you think it comes down to how confidently they were talking in the opening stage here? They were saying they look or feel at least super comfortable versus paiN, and that is certainly what they're putting on display right now. All right. That'll do.
Jump across.
Right into the other end. What about a molly back in your return there, and he finds the fight. Snow just can't get anything going there.
Next side actually just pulled the Uno reverse card out of his pocket, slapped that down, said, "Oh, I'm not mollied, you're mollied." I mean, you get that kill, but it's cold consolation because now you've lost A. You know you've lost A. Inns is rocking out onto it, and his teammates might just walk into B.
You know you lost A, so you're going to push out A, and then you're going to have an open B bomb site. Oof. Why not take both? You know what's better than one bomb site, too?
Okay, at least they deal with him, so now they can attempt the retake. They won't just lose this to the clock, but the clock is coming for them. That bomb planted. Time to rotate back, guys!
The long rotate without any kits as well.
Oh, God, no kits? Youch! Feeling rather unwinnable here. But never say never. Okay, I'm going to say never. David, can he be the Deus? No. No, he will not. It'll be FlyQuest instead who ascend an early map win, and comfortable at that. Business-like, barely even a pop-off for a celebration. It took care of paiN. And now we head to Nuke.
Yeah, that's a really good mindset to be in. Job not finished yet. You know, nice and loose there, limber on the map of Anubis. We'll see if they can keep it up here onto Nuke. They can continue winning ways.
Need some more smiles in the paiN camp. It's serious business right now.
There's not a lot of smiles in that picture at all. Strictly business.
Strictly business.
No funny business.
Popping the door. Smoking a mini. IQZ setting up the next salvo of util. All this utility is focused in towards A, so indeed that does seem to be where their head did. A fight in towards the hot, that's information certainly gained. And Vexite for the moment has rebuffed them, but they spent most of their nades. And now it's a double ramp setup. This is a good setup, but they cannot get the kills. Setup can be as good as possible. You have 3 players here ready for the fight. But only one found back the other way. Will they expect Dexter to already be stuck?
I mean, he's too quick on this position here, surely, to ever anticipate him. They're going to overlook him, but no, it's still cleared out by David. It is the bomb hitting the floor as they try and take control.
A dance out. Oh, nice attempt there from Dexter. Nice maneuver to slip out of the spot. The tough spot indeed. But Ains
Out.
is wary of the flank. That's the problem. Kill on the player on high. Did Ains spot both those players low? They closed the doors. Now fly back through. This is getting real weird. How confident are you in this plant? Ooh, you got past. But that means there's an isolated fight and one that cannot pay off. Beautiful round from Snow. 3 big kills. His team was in trouble. FlyQuest felt like they had their number everywhere they went, and still paiN bring it through.
There you go. I mean, there's the pop-off from Snow as well. It's early on, but he had a very tough start to Anubis over there towards that A side, so being able to provide this amount of impact, and the teammate there, and Cow is trusting him so much to cover as he plants the bomb. And Faith well placed in Snow. As they win the pistol, close it out, and get to start off this T side with a little bit of success.
Checking in on the other stream.
We did hear some screaming there from the other squad.
Eternal Fire did claim Mirage.
Okay.
It was NRG's pick. Unfortunate. They're on to Nuke now as well. And there's some good results going early for NRG, but a lot of work to do there to take that to series.
Whole lot of game left, as they say.
Indeed. Eternal Fire, kind of good at the game, it turns out.
They are pretty talented. Got
Many
a
are
couple
saying.
good pieces.
Think on QZ, but otherwise this outside fight has turned up our roses for paiN. And it's just Vexite. Trying to find one. And he will have none.
None HP,
None HP.
none kills,
None ya routes.
none your business.
None ya business.
There you go, Big U. Setting things up for the next round already.
Rook's a commanding squint, you know?
He has a commanding squint? Big U?
Yeah, he just looks like he's like that's the kind of look, the arms crossed. You could be at the top of the battlements defending a fortress. Wouldn't be out of place. Commanding squint.
Yeah. Laser focus.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Dexter able to find himself a nice little opening. And sliding down the Vento. This is a nice move here. Followed up from Kawes, and a couple of players standing a bit in resistance here. Double up spotted now, but the Kawes flank does not come up his way. Liaz spins for the win. Well, is David going to follow in the footsteps here? He's going to try and slide in.
Was he spotted?
He had to have been. Yeah, Dexter, I thought saw him. Ince turns around, so yeah.
Footsteps now. Okay. They weren't already aware. They are aware. The setup should be pretty dang good as they try and link up. Dexter's position back in the big garage is a problem. Vexite does have his hands full a little bit if they get past Dexter uncontested, and that's why the util comes out now. Force them back another way, and so they're going to go ramp. It's just going to get very late in the time. Options going to start to be limited by the clock here. 45 seconds, though. There is enough time to pull off this rotation. They've still got a ton of util once they actually get on towards the site.
Yeah, that's a big difference maker. That's how they're going to provide themselves at least a chance at a bomb plant here, is by tossing in a smoke towards single door and then getting that molly towards double. If they can do that, then you're in a conversation for at least a bomb plant. They're still slow on the uptick here. That's going to queue up some repositions. There you go. That's David on the ends. That's your access. Smoke towards single door. All right, they're going to look to punch in the digits.
They do indeed. Can't be denied. Slipping away into post plants, and now 2-on-3. This one gets very risky indeed. Hey, Fade cleared out from the corner. Nice pre-fire coming through there from Dexter. And QZ, what do you got? Got the first. You're looking for more. Not to be. Defuse on, and FlyQuest. The guns come out. So do the rounds.
About as clean as can be right there as well. Closing out the retake, making sure that those positions do not get too far out of control. Even despite David finding that kill, they take David's space back there. You want to make sure that you put a little bit of pressure on that double door control area. Otherwise, that T side really gets a chance to thrive. But this is a big difference maker there. Liaz was surprised by that flank, but still wins the duel. And that's more on the trend of Liaz and the efficiency he's been bringing today.
What is the pattern on the FlyQuest jersey on the green? There's like a texture to it pattern.
A little wave, maybe?
know what's going on there, but I'm intrigued. I'm curious.
Oh, that's a quick death right there. David catching out Dexter. It seemed like they just didn't have a smoke there to cross in safely. Wanted to get Dexter activated early, but that's definitely tough to do when David's on the mellow. Down secret. They get there with a kill to boot. Biggie looking for more on his lurking presence. Going to spot out a lot more than he bargained for. Already 2 players looking to join forces.
Big entry, though. Disassembles this setup, disassembles this stack. Now, paiN have a lot of options. There's not any information for FlyQuest. They know they haven't rocked all the way down and towards lower. That's what they know. Now you get a re-clear coming in from Regali in towards ramp. And Vexite is as tucked can be. So they could be coming out heaven. They could be coming out mini. They could be coming out lobby in towards hut. They could go down secret. And you're stacking down the numbers on the lower side because there might get caught. Okay.
That's got to force him to reroute here. 20 seconds. This is a little concerning with Vexite's position.
Vexite just end this. He just end this. Here's Kawaz. Gets the first, but that's only the one. Lets a player up the vent, though. Uh-oh. Molotov down. 15 seconds. They have to plant this dang bomb. 12. 10. 9. Regali can't get here in time. Doesn't want to give up his position, so he'll creep out the hot Regali with the chance to lock this down. Both players back of the site. Now he's been spotted. Setting up the util, trying to force them into the fray. The double swing him. And they're out on the angle. Snow resetting it. Regali, you got to do it with the rifle. And Snow has the headshot required. Whew.
That's a round that you have to win if you're paiN right there. Capitalize on the 5v3. Don't let things slip. With such an advantage like that, having to fight up against a very scary clock that was ticking down against you could have been a big problem. Isn't because of the quick trades available and that big man advantage that they start out with. But FlyQuest still putting a fear factor into this squad. You got Deagle in play 5-7. Armor for Regali.
It's a healthy respect. Gotta keep it healthy.
I think that's a pretty big investment for Regali, who would like to get onto a CT op, you'd imagine.
I'm assuming Liaz is the one who's intended to drop it over.
Yeah.
Where are we at on the loss bonus? Loss bonus is high.
It's 2,400.
You're gonna make some money.
About decent time. Yeah, I mean, definitely the case. If that's the case, shout out to Liaz. Making sure Zopper is thriving. But Big U, now, I mean, this is his domain, it feels like so often. That is what he does best right there. Find a couple nice opening duels, farm up some sweet ecos. As you do say, they're the IGL buff up against ecos. Continuing.
It's his due. It's the tribute that his players must offer him.
After all that hard work.
The harvest has come, and for their feudal responsibility to their liege lord, they must give him their harvest of ecos. And Big Uzera, his scythe, mighty before these pistoled players. Will reap the wheat from the fields and bake his bread upon which to feast. You ever baked bread?
No, I've had like homemade bread though.
I've had bread.
I've eaten it for other people that have made it for me.
Well, technically, all bread is bread that someone else has made for you if you've never baked your own bread.
Made in a home with love.
Anything could be a home if you're determined.
But no, I've never made my own bread.
What about pizza dough? It's the most basic form of bread.
No.
Super easy to make. Just try it.
I have made my own breading for chicken nuggets.
I'm not gonna count that. So you just what'd you crush up some cornflakes?
No, I crushed up some Doritos.
Doritos.
Yeah, the spicy kind.
Is that good?
It was tasty.
Good to know.
High in protein too. Just chicken really inside there with a nice coating.
Hey, that is what chicken nuggets are, hopefully. Yeah. Unless you're putting something crazy in there.
Good snack for you.
What if you stuff the chicken nugget with mashed potatoes? Would that technology work?
I don't see why we can't try.
Has science gone too far? No, certainly think so. Oh, nope, doesn't quite have that. Dexter right on the edge of the smoke. Snow had all the space outside, but Mini was what he wanted. The Mini he shan't have. Pop on the smoke. There's the spot. Liaz knows they're coming his way. Any reinforcements? No. No one close enough at hand, so Liaz delorded. And now, which way do you want to go, paiN? You've got options. Dex is trying to keep you contained here in towards Hell. He's rotated all the way from Mini. Down below, there's a Regali who waits, but it's not a Regali with an op, and it's a Regali who has had a very cold start to Nuke.
Yeah, this would have been the perfect time to maybe bring out that op and play there, but that hefty investment doesn't allow for that last round. And so, not going to get a chance here either way, as it seems like after taking that space, smoking off J-Hall, and looking for the entrance into this A side here. Looking to get explosive out of the hut. This could just be the perfect target if it wasn't for the fact that Vexite has repositioned pretty effectively. Oh my god, but InkQZ just snipes him out of the round there with the AK in hand. Catching the re-aggro there. Dexter offers up a single, but that's going to be a Regali likely save now. He's not going to get given anything extra to work off of here. paiN off the back of a tough loss there early. Snow falling quick in the round. Take that ramp control back with that quickness from Kawis. And they close out.
And this is the paiN we expected in this series, right? This is the paiN that has been shooting up the rankings, shooting up the scoreboard in so many of those matches. These players, and it's good to see the rebound, right? Because the big concern coming out of it, we were never that worried about what paiN can do on Nuke. It was what they would do this time. After having a real stinker of an Anubis, if some of the players would be slow to activate, if they'd be quiet. But you get some early rounds, you get some early success, and paiN is off to the races. It's what we expected them.
But they scared Kawis right there. He looks startled. Said, don't scream that close behind me.
Look, man, if you're getting startled by that particular turn of phrase, the Boro Cryos, on a Brazilian theme, you're getting scared a lot.
Also, that's why they keep him on the edge, though, right there. So, on the opposite side of Snow.
Only one ear startled.
Yeah. But Rick snuck in there and gave him a bit of a squeal. Got the rifle still for Regali that was held on to last time, but this is just a quick motion here. Snow taking a fast move down in towards Secret here. That's mission accomplished.
Here's the duel. Uh-oh. Snow tagged up. Okay, so first skirmish, good, but you do now know where the rifle is, and Regali, you can't really stick around.
Ooh, timing from Vexite. Oh my god, just perfectly threaded in there. David not aware that InkQZ fell off the line, and so that's a free kill on the sideline. And he continues to push through the smoke. Now, they're not going to anticipate this. Bomb planted, wide open, kill, another sneaky Vexite frag. Meanwhile, Snow is still trapped in an unknown location right now. Looking to maybe activate late on the flank, and he gets given the opportunity to bail his team out.
Might be the key piece to getting back into this, but now the rifle is squeak. Oh, and again, they're just letting people walk through. Bomb goes down, nearly denied. It comes down to the clutch, and Regali, what a time to find your first. 5-7s, sticks, stones, bits, and bobs, but somehow this is the round that FlyQuest bring through.
Yeah, that's one of those rounds right there where you can maybe see paiN and a little bit of that youthful inexperience, maybe a small breakdown in the communications, not aware of the vulnerabilities, and then Vexite punishes perfectly. Sliding in there multiple times where FlyQuest are a little bit overlooked in punishing the player planting the bomb. And that's a huge relief there. It's also Regali on the board.
It is.
And an important moment. A 1v1 to win your second round.
And he gets the big one. Gets the op. All opperoni for Regali. Different flavor creeping in here. Different element for the new guy. Immediate timeout as well after that one loss.
Yeah, that felt largely communication-based right there. paiN had a lot going for them with the way that they were able to take that A side and sneak out of Squeaky, but allowing Vexite the amount of impact that he had definitely comes down to the communication gaps there. And NQZ with a chance to maybe get a T side op here as well. Doesn't buy it. Just something to note.
Don't want to go quick. Faster. Into the brawls. Regali going looking. Huh. Finally get a chance. Outside. And smoked up. No vision. They're coming his way.
Jeez, to blow open those smokes here coming through. Is there any idea for that?
Regali has one.
Like it. Well, not gonna initially toss it in just yet, and so there's gonna be a little bit of concerns that they could have made it into secret with that wall of smokes. Or at least that should be the feeling at the moment.
Speaking of smokes.
Oh, again, Snow.
Oh, they're swapping spots. They're swapping spots. Dexter comes out thinking that they're trying to take the space outside, but actually, it was a fiction. It was a ruse. And Dexter realizes in time, comes back in to help out his teammates. Snow cannot capitalize on all that space. But look at Bigazera. Well, goodbye, Bigazera. Don't look at Bigazera. Look away. Avert your gaze.
Don't look at me. But unfortunately for him, Regali's got a nice telescope to look at him. And now they're still aggressing. They want to continue to press the issue inside of the hut as well. Double up on the ramp side. Squeaky Door again looks like a prime real estate here if it wasn't for the fact that Dexter can then take that contact and swing off accordingly.
1 for 2. Okay, we're starting to pay this back in the conversion ratio. You can't keep doing that, but you can. Oh well, that's that op. That's that op. Difference maker. Cowes full sprinting, trying to somehow pick up the pieces of this round, and it's denied. And now, okay, let's look at the texture. Hold on, can we zoom in on someone's player cam? I want to see what's going on. What's the pattern?
It looks like maybe lettering.
They might think that's like more important or something, but
yeah,
I need to know the pattern.
It looks like lettering, but maybe it's like they're wearing different. Some have hoodies, some have jerseys on. So,
well, I think the hoodie is under the jersey. That's the tech.
Hoodie under the. Oh,
yeah, a lot of players do that for the. I'm more comfortable in a hoodie, but I do need to wear this jersey for my team obligations.
Yes.
It's a classic maneuver.
And it looks pretty cool too, to be honest with you.
You know what? I figured out. I have a solution to this, which is I can just check their store. And presumably they will tell me what it is.
Ooh. Good cross in there, but oh, the smokes fade away. Bigu still found out right there at the edge of the smoke. Snow finally manages to thread a kill and pushing that mini smoke, but not as successful there for Cowes. And FlyQuest starting to shut things down. Helming that charge, Regale with the 1v1 clutch and the positioning here with the AWP on Nuke. It's looking in tip-top shape. Finds a kill outside, repositions in towards ramp, and gets a kill while blind. Fantastic work here from Regale, continuing to impact the server. I think QZ gonna struggle to do just that.
There leaves. It's a 4-leaf, not quite clover, but pattern going through. It's not done yet. NQC can get his hands on an op. And we know what this guy can do with an op.
Or a Zeus.
Or a Zeus.
Maybe then an A4. Somewhere in the mix. No A4s up though, just AKs for the CT side.
25 seconds. 20 seconds.
He sticks to the AK as well.
I mean, doesn't want to give up the audio cue perhaps, but they're wrapping towards mini. I just don't think he has time. Doesn't have a chance.
The over-the-shoulder cam's looking nice.
It's pretty slick. Pretty slick.
Do you like to play games with hoodies? I mean, most of all, like Counter-Strike with a hoodie on. Because I can't play with long sleeves.
I don't mind either way. I don't think about it. It just entirely depends on the environment. You're sitting in the office that I typically play Counter-Strike in. You could probably feel it's not warm in here.
Yeah.
So I do have some layering up. I also have a space heater. That's not running right now because every plug is being used for Valhalla generation. But Needs must based on the temperature around me.
That's fair enough.
And you know, when you're too cold and then your hands get cold. Oh, he tries it. He tries it. No. He tried to run it back, but Inz saw that. He's familiar with his game. Will not be having any of that tomfoolery with me, young man.
No need to apologize. He was familiar with your game.
You only get one of those at a tournament.
I think you only get one of those.
Period?
Yeah. Well, you get one round in your life where you get to start off with a Zeus and ace afterwards with the gun that you pick up.
Well, he says he does it every time they have a nuke.
And he said it doesn't work.
Well, if he keeps doing it every time, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, true.
So if he just Wayne Gretzky's his way into trying that play every time they're ecoing,
Should we just
I think he's going to get more
on
than one.
NQZ watch for that from now on?
I mean, when we know he has a Zeus and he goes top silo, yes. Yeah, probably we should just watch that.
He asked for his trust from his teammates, and I don't think they'll ever doubt him again, but...
Yeah, he did it once.
How many chances do you really have?
You think he's like, hey, Bigu...
that buys him maybe 30 more times in scrims he can do that.
You think I hit this twice?
Not quite.
Not that time.
Ooh. Nice tracking there from David through the wall. Takes him back. Do it down about half. We got NQZ back with a counter op as well, which I think is a good spot to find yourself in when you are starting to watch Regalia on the other end of the server position himself very effectively and fly throughout the map, trying to get opening duels. And right now, most importantly, keeping all of Outer Yard in his hands.
Certainly more effective than the Zeus. Ooh, they're coming his way. They're coming his way. They're stacking up. Here comes the approach. Smoke in to block it. Does he get a shot off first?
Distraction.
Stacks up two. No one cleared it. No one cleared it here in the shadow of the Schmallow. Dexter's roasting him.
Regalia aware of this top red position. Lands it onto NQZ despite it. Just a sharp adjustment. And the setup looking fantastic for FlyQuest if it wasn't for Kawis. And his pesky picks back.
Liaz is lower, right? So you've actually got a premium opportunity to get this bomb down up top. There's a player in heaven now in Inz, but he's not got any utility to get over the lip.
Oh, that's good, Molly.
So yeah, now they're gonna have to wait for the retake. Regalia's gonna take the space in towards Mini. Don't plant for him. But they won't. They heard me. Just put a shot through. Put a shot through the middle. Come on. Oh, that's a bad time to have a whip. They're stacking up. They give him some chances. The nade might finish one. Boy, it's doing good damage. But Ains now needs to find both and chooses the wrong target, the one facing away from him. That is an unfortunate one for Regali.
Yeah, that's tough right there. Those are the moments that you'd love to capitalize on, given the chance, but a nice double swing from paiN. Force a couple of misses. Shut up good from start to finish, but that's a tough 4v2 to pull back. And they managed to make it look easy. It's Kawas with some sharp shooting. Two very strong players in the clutch. Big Uzer showing his experience, knowing that he needs to take some more duels here. But a couple missed op shots have not shot the confidence of Regalia. Instead, he's going to continue to pick up the pace in which David will shut it down from the top of the marshmallow once again. Has been able to punish any time that FlyQuest have tried to get aggressive back red. He's been there to shut it down.
Tap, 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 tap.
David not giving up on the duel, neither is Dexter. And especially if you're FlyQuest right now, can't really afford to give up on any fights. Lost out on too much map control. This is just going to be a straight B play here.
Yeah, you've given up on the site. I might find this, though. And he does indeed. Evens up the numbers. If you catch this player out towards red, life will get a lot easier. So, though, knows that they have to move into him. Smoke to fake the back out, and one is plenty there. 1.5, even better. He's done a great job. His teammates are so confident in getting that bomb down. They know they can get in post-plant positions because there's still a player stuck up top. Vexa and Dexter need some heroics to bring this one through. Stuck on the door. It's not going to be Vexite. Dexter not looking so healthy. Not ready for the clear. 7 rounds for paiN as they looking here on Nuke. tentative half, but paiN looking mightily revived here on Nuke. And now, they're looking to take us the distance. They're looking to take us into the third.
It's looking like it here. If they can keep it up on the CT side, should be the easier side to do it. And it just looks like their comfortability on that last half a lot stronger, despite a little late resurgence from FlyQuest there, getting that op out for Regale, finding a couple of rounds in a row. Dexter continuing to deliver in these crucial positions. We'll see what they have here for a pistol. Snow might get a chance at revenge right now. His attention drawn in every which way, but he just spins. He's like a Beyblade right now, turning up and down and keeping them away from this mini attack.
Well weighted, sharp edges, and he continues to connect and knock them out of the arena. Let's go, Snow. You earned that pop off. Look at those little smiles. Dimples shining. He's having a good time with this one. Pumped up by the team.
Fast are these flicks right here. Look at this. First kill in. Like, how do you even know that Liaz is gone at that point? Complete shutdown, and that's exactly what paiN need to do in this second half. Try and take us into that decider.
I mean, you shooting like that, this could be over quick.
Yeah.
Head to Inferno. Once upon a time called Inferno, but honestly, it's been a while since FlyQuest was that confident on it.
Some call it Vinferno.
That looks rather silly. Dexter just thinks he's hit a timing. He's like, let me get down. Oh. No. And now the bomb's confirmed in lobby. Yes, you're going to try the desperate swings through and actually do get that kill on Kawez. And where there's a Kawez, there's a Kawe.
No way.
You feeling there's a Kawe to a bomb plant? Or are you feeling more no way?
No way.
No way? Wrong team.
Oh. That's a good one. Imperial humor. Yes.
What you can do, Liaz? You had a Glock, no bomb, 45 seconds. What you gonna do? You're gonna die. I love Snow.
Me too.
I love Snow. He's so much fun to watch in person in these studios. Because you just, like, okay, so especially at Cologne, in the studio there, the way that it's set up are the casting booths and the like talent green room is on these rafters up above the playing area. So you can just stand there over the balcony and watching the game, and every time you know he's about to pop off, you just lean over and hear, Bora!
You know, I mean, these Swiss stages got to be hard on those vocal cords as well.
I will say, I think he loses his voice just about every BO3.
He sounds like his voice is already shot.
Probably needs to get a serious steaming routine just to keep those vocal cords alive by the time he's 20. There's actually just a full stipend in the team budget for cough drops.
The Snow budget. Oh.
What?
Oh.
I mean, surely a gun barrel poked out or something there? I'd love to see that from Vexite's perspective. You know, if you want to see that from Vexite's perspective, you can go to Face It Watch. FaceItWatch.gg, I think it is.
Sounds about right.
The website. Did I get that wrong? Someone will tell me.
You can't go to Face It and then go to the watch section as well.
You can also just go to the watch tab on Face It. Yeah, that is the move.
That's how I usually get it done.
Who needs to remember URLs anymore?
Yeah.
It's a wild west of the internet.
Shout out to search engines. Vexite. Oh, that's some tough time right there. No turn on that one. Snow gonna dive down the vents afterwards. Hearing the bomb plant on the B bomb site, that would be a good cue to do that.
Ooh, he's giving in to the slip.
Also got this rampery aggro, but if it's loud, it's gonna be tough. And well, Snow actually slides on by. Might struggle to activate at this point.
Somebody gave Snow just an invisibility cloak. FlyQuest should keep forgetting that in places. And now it seems, well, they don't stick to the stick, which is what you have to do based on the name of it. Eventually, they need to get the defuse going.
There's
He's playing
kit.
with these seconds. He's playing with his time, and you're right. Full 10-second required. No, it is retrieve.
Okay.
Kawis has got that, but he's not the player on it, so it'll be okay. It'll be fine because Ari gets that done without the kit. Full 10-second, no problem.
Oh, goodness.
Got a little nervy. It's like a mantra after every round.
Do you open? Oh yeah, this barrel's definitely sticking out there. Looks like a little gift head in his way. If it wasn't for Snow finding his way through that single door, could have been a whole lot more worrisome. Instead, it's going to be a victory for paiN. On to double digits now. We'll see what they can make happen here with the MAC-10s. I mean, they're continuing to try and apply the pressure. I like the decision from FlyQuest here. Up a map, trying to get the momentum back. Roll out a quick A play here, see if you can't collapse in on this. But they're stalled out now. They haven't made forward progress at all. And they've already thrown a lot of that execution utility.
David, though, back inside, always a problem to overcome. And now he sets up Kawis coming in from the heavens. Kawis raining down fire has been brilliant since this half switch. Regali somehow pirouettes. So he's got a chance. A minute. No one with eyes on the bomb right now for paiN. There's a window of opportunity. Because NQZ has given the space to reroute in towards Mini. And Kawis has gone down low to chew up real estate to the lobby.
If you're Regali and NQZ's the next play that takes contact, you're going to imagine that Kawis is still in heaven. But he's already made the long reposition in towards lobby.
They're just information starving him.
There's a chance that he could just slide down the vents.
Be ambitious, but if he slides out this way. Ooh, this is exactly what NQZ's been waiting for. Goes back to it. Checks everything. Double checks. He's making a list. He's checking it thrice. But NQZ is getting back up top, and Kawis ramping from Squeak. Okay, you've checked it too many times. Eventually, you've got to go down the list, man. Eventually, Regali, you've got to make your moves. There's patience, and then there's I'm not going to plant the bomb.
Looked like the ladder right there. Trying to be ultra
Stuck on the list.
diligent.
Perfect is the enemy of good. Certainly the enemy of done.
That's a crazy lineup right there for David. On that defense, had to get a multi with how much pressure was being applied, but close it out, and that's going to push him closer and closer to this third map.
You know those, they make like word, they were popular for a while. What were they called? Word maps, where it's just like all the words that are said in a
They're
certain
like bigger.
location.
More
For paiN, it would just be a bunch of teeny tiny words, and then Borakayo, massive in the middle of it.
Nice little word cloud for them.
Can someone make that for us?
I need it to be
It's a-
accurate though, so you're gonna have to do a lot of.
Yeah, maybe we
Watch
can
it.
train like an AI model to comb through paiN vlogs.
That could be the best use right there. Flying cars in the future. No, we're just creating elaborate word maps.
Hey, at least they'd be good for something. Rather than just serving you ads about what you last talked about in person.
Wait, we do have microphones on a lot.
Constantly.
Maybe always.
All over ourselves. We're just
Maybe everywhere.
putting supercomputers in our pockets to fry our nuts and serve us ads. I love the future.
At the same time.
What a wonderful utopia we built for ourselves. Big Uzera. But you know what it really allows you to do is watch Counter-Strike from anywhere in the world. And right now you're watching Dexter serve up a headshot. Because it did trade one back in kind, which is quite brilliant. They
That'll
might
do.
trade this. Whoop, it does indeed. And NQZ follows it up with a hell of a shot. Now Snow wants to fight and shut down all this outside control. Fortunately for FlyQuest, they withdraw that bomb, but you can't go down. That's the bomb. That's the C4. That's it all gone. It's Vexi trying to pick up the pieces and deny map point onto paiN. And right now, he might be more willing to fry his nuts than to deal with the pain of this map.
See if he gets any nice tasty treats. A lot of targets in the outer yard. That'll certainly overwhelm him. And paiN just looking on top of their map pick now. Seeing that quite a bit right now. The map pick's looking dominant. Team's coming through with preparation. It's comfort for a reason. We knew paiN could have the chance to bounce back, but especially in the way that they're doing it here, giving FlyQuest a taste of their own medicine. Looking like a flawless second half for them. That is an ideal way to take it into this decider. You have the young individuals that we said, could fall into this mental trap. Frustration, not doing so at all. David continues to remain stalwart. Snow's been stepping up in a big way in the second map.
David holding the line. Holding the line. And Regali trying to get through that line, getting himself an upgrade perhaps, but he does not want to risk this. Not on the other side. Look at what they've gotten down secret though. Dexter has a ton of space. The question is, can his teammates link up with him? That is the big question. Vent seems to be a close possibility. You have Kawez posted here in the ramp room, but he's got no support.
He's got an AK though. He's got a good headshot percentage.
Windows aren't broken. He's waiting for his teammates to make noise to try and break the windows. That's what Dexter's calling for. Making a lot of noise, trying to find the contact to see if he needs to break it. But if Kawez can just hold them on the line, nearly gets it done himself. Now they can link up lower. They aware of the possibility of this ramp play? They are indeed. NQZ has now rumbled it. Now there's no more element of surprise. It's desperation here for FlyQuest. Door blown off. Bomb planted down, but can they get away? Oh my. 17 points of health between two players. That's all they've got. That's all they've got to work with to try and cling on to Nuke. It's falling apart before our very eyes. Smokes every bit and Bobby utility deployed here just to buy extra seconds. It's just down to one man, Regali. This would be true heroics. This would be unbelievable, and it's just not gonna happen. paiN bring it through. Domination on Nuke, not dropping a round after the half switch. They have brought us to Inferno. The precipice of victory here. We're going the distance between FlyQuest and paiN.
Yeah, looking for a dream of a clutch right there, but that's not the reality they live in. You have to play up a full series up against this paiN squad. And that means Nuke as well. In this case, a map that they have just been so...
Sexual tension between team and top lane, Just a little bit.
You think that's good for the cohesion?
I think it's good for the chemistry. You want chemistry with your teammates, right? What better way to get it?
So a little bit of heart, a little bit of love, a little bit of passion out of these players. That's what they need here. As that 1-2 side of the Swiss stage is looking very scary. What do we call the three dualies?
The Thrulies.
The Thrulies.
Don't be a foolie by the Thruly.
Thrices.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, Thruly sounds bad.
Ah!
No one can do this today, man.
Yeah, what's going on here?
I feel like they tweaked something. I've watched so many teams with this. I've watched so many teams with this. And they're just like, no, actually, we're not going to go.
You know what? Snow's actually in apartments. Why don't we just walk up the stairs, take it the easy route?
Me every time I miss the jump.
At that point, I am just like jumping at the balcony off the walls there, but they'll elect against it.
Avoid the information, I think, is probably the general idea.
Yeah.
Liaz is going to give them a whole lot of information out of the barrel of these two guns. That go the left one info with the right one peek. Well, info gained, peek gained. Somehow David is between two and still shooting. Eventually he goes down, but you need more bullets, Regali, and not enough time to put in the magazine. It's a dually retake, but Big Azero will not let it start. Vexon had no idea he was tough. So a clutch needs to happen here, and Inz is not the one with armor.
Ouch.
Oh,
Ouch.
boy.
Ouch. that does not feel great.
It's like stepping on an anthill.
Didn't take too much to take him down right there without the armor. Nice trade coming through from Snow. This is, again, going to be interesting position for him to play in throughout this half here. Trying to work about in the apartment side of things, trying to find that impact. It does so a lot. And that pistol through smoke. And the head-to-head doesn't matter. Gets the job done.
2 kills and an assist. You like that for a pistol round.
Oh, yeah.
He got his. Then he got some more. Then he got yours. Then he helped you with yours. Just a courteous young man.
He's got Cows' back, man.
I bet snow helps young ladies, old ladies carry groceries across the street. Men, everyone.
Yeah, he doesn't discriminate.
That snow's a helpful chap. You got a cat stuck in the tree. Snow will get that down for you.
Might need a ladder.
Oh, he actually just extends his legs like Slenderman. Just he's like Gumby, Mr. Fantastic out there.
I didn't know he had superpowers.
He has that tech.
What's he doing in the server? The Sixers need a center.
He's doing what really matters. Counter-Strike. What better use of fantastic powers than a little CS out here?
We'll see if he can stay flexible here out of apartments once again, because he's going to have to get a little messy again trying to make it out of apartments.
That's the different sport. That's football.
Oh, okay.
I see, yeah. Regali tagged up. Now they know there's a player out towards the arches, and things are getting messy indeed. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. And the 5-7 finds victims. This round's on. This round's very much on. Bomb's got to get planted. They've got nadage on ins, and NQZ's low.
My God.
And Big Uzera's gone. It's just the one man. I like closing the gap. You're going to risk it, but you need a reposition here, and they don't come through just yet, so slips out towards Graveyard. This might be unexpected, but if he doesn't find 2 on the initial spray, it could be tough to get through. Flashbang doesn't connect. They don't clear. Oh, the whiff is there, though. Had to get the insta-kills. There was no second opportunity, and FlyQuest off the pistols, the scout, the punish.
Yeah, that's FlyQuest looking fantastic right there. Again, it's that one crucial bit of utility, a smoke in towards apartments late in the round that helps them out, gives them all that access right there. And then Dexter lines up the multi-kill from it. I don't know how he transfers on the David that quick. Oh, that's a lovely shot from Regali as well. I like how he just adjusts his headset after that one.
Yeah, I didn't mind.
Casual.
Reaches up, scratches the back of the head. Another day in the office.
Might as well have just yawned right there.
Yeah, pretty normal for a guy like me.
Light work. Just a casual day of a third map on Inferno. Happens to go the distance versus this tough team, but that's just a dream scenario for FlyQuest in that last round. Running that clock out and then getting that smoke down. That is a prime position for a 5-7.
It is one of the things about paiN, especially against the ecos. They're very nervous about committing to anything a lot of the time. So you wind up in these late round situations where they just don't have a ton of time. And then they're forced into engagements that are not necessarily favorable. It's a hallmark of Inferno to begin with. I would say paiN are one of the worst defenders. Timing that Molotov, paiN trying to pick up the pace, but denied by utility. So I want to bring pressure on towards Dexter. Inz is coming to support, so even if they slip past Dexter, support from Inz would be there, but they're rerouting.
Keeping their distance right now for the CT side, not too aggressive.
Dexter retakes his space. He's going to call it clear. He's working with a teammate here. They're saying we don't see anyone, but this is the intention, right? paiN giving a little bit of a ruse to try and rotate players over to support B, and that one smoke is a fake. This is a fake on a fake.
There's a Molotov, though, for Liez right now. That's going to be crucial time buying utility. And now they're starting to feel the pressure on this A side. Can they hold up against the clock?
That helps. Molly in as well. Sections off some of these players. Does a ton of damage. Regali's done some work. Teammate out in the open, though. Overcommits, perhaps, trying to keep his team alive. David gets a chance at the clutch, but right over the box. Dinked immediately.
And back out. And back in. David, gonna get knocked clean out. Oh, ducking in and out of that fight there. Inz making sure to claim the round. Gonna find that bomb there. Gonna do so just nicely. That's some good stalling coming through, but you can see how effective David is with the mechanics trying to fight his way through that situation.
There's nothing worse than picking up a T-rifle thinking that you found an AK and it's a Galil.
And it's too late.
Oh, stinky. Nice, though, for FlyQuest. They'll take however many Galils you want to throw at them, and they didn't even get any, so it's all good.
The Galils are all right. They're all right.
They're all right.
I think
better than all right. Don't settle. Don't settle, Cole. You deserve better.
I just think I would... I'm trying to figure out a way to say this.
Okay.
This might be controversial, but...
Uh-oh. Hold on. Get ready to cancel him again. His Twitter is @ExnerCast. Get ready to get in those DMs, folks.
I would think I'd rather have a Galil than an A1S.
Yeah, no, bad take. Bad take.
Yeah.
Stinky take.
Didn't think you'd like that one.
I don't like that one.
Just what it is, you know?
You just like having many bullet.
Yes.
Many bullet greater than few bullet.
Yes. Which makes me think I would like the A4, but I just don't. That gun doesn't have aura.
Sure it does. You just don't know how to spray it.
No, it's the aura.
It's the aura, though. Only the aura.
So you don't have to, fix anything if you just blame it on aura.
Sage advice from your sensei.
Oh my god. See, if he had a Galil right now, he would have been A-okay.
You know what? In that situation where you're going to whiff that many bullets, yes, I do agree that you probably should have had a Galil to have more bullets. However, hasn't cost them just yet. You've still got Dexter alive with 4 HP here. Bomb retrieved. Spotted up. Oh, library player? No. Okay. Oh, good. Ines has got that. Yes, if you're anticipating whiffing on unarmored pistols, probably bring a Galil for extra measure.
Yeah, the thing is, sometimes I'm capable of a big whiff or two.
Don't plan for failure, though.
It's not planning for failure. It's planning for success.
Greater success. All right.
You just got to get more bullets for the bigger spray downs, and you're just min-maxing the percentages here. AKs, no Galils in play for paiN. They got nothing but rifles here. Regali again with that AWP coming through here is going to be interesting, and he is aggressive. Really like the positioning on Nuke for a couple of rounds that he did have it, but this is again an early situation where you're bringing out that op. Kind of wanted to see that out of FlyQuest here, especially if they get the CT side start of Inferno like they have right now. Bringing that to the table is quite nice.
The longer this waits, the more nervous you get as the two apps players. Like, oh, they haven't seen anything on B in a while. Molotov's kind of nice, though. Denies that space, allows you to get out of the setup. And paiN have really not gained much for this, except that they have walked dry in towards top banana and found that there is, in fact, no one here. Whoop. Don't get headshot, don't get headshot, don't get headshot. Life of the guy with the B smoke. Please
Permanently
just don't get instant.
CT. Just trying to hold on to your smokes for as long as possible. Oh, that's a great catch on the reaggression right there. Cow is holding on to this space as FlyQuest try and take it back. It's a good reaction here. Good setup from Regali as well.
The problem is you just really don't know anything off of that from Dexter, right? You're making that move to try and get information and maybe catch them in rotation, and instead you only see one, so you just don't really know how to read this. Now you know. Oh, and Regali, that was very critical. Molotov, oh no, turns his head away. Mollies are not walls. They can't be tested, and this one is over. Back away, Vexite.
Oh, little inchworm. See if that opens up NQZ to some kills in return right there. Vexite does get sidelined. And that's going to be the save for only an ends. There's some good positioning from Kawas in the apartments there, keeping that space, maintaining it. And like you said, there's a whole B fake rolling out there all the while. So it was all the pressure on Regali's shoulders. He finds an important one, but the flash is the utility too good. And a lot of fearlessness out of paiN when they needed it.
You can't blame him for the flick around, right? Because he's anticipating their player come out balk at the same time.
But he did have a teammate watching balcony, and that's sort of those communication breakdowns that I think you can maybe look towards for FlyQuest, right? You got to trust. You got to trust that your teammate is going to be able to cover you in a certain sense.
How would you fix this? How would you build their trust?
It just comes down to communication. You got to say, "I'm watching your apartments," and
but there's a difference between
like
saying it and having the faith that your teammate's going to hold. How do you build that trust?
You got to win. Like, to be honest, you just got to win games.
I feel like, all right, you're fired as a coach. I feel like you got to build the trust before you can win.
Not till that to, last year's Liquid.
He didn't do enough winning. That was the problem.
Yes. They did all of the trust before the win.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. They pushed the car out of the sand and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Needed the win before the trust. Well, that was the one rifle save through, and it's gone. So I am trusting that paiN are going to be able to even up this scoreline at 3. It's just the kind of guy I am. Full of trust.
It means nothing if you don't win.
Do you think you're a majority trusting person or majority suspicious person?
Suspicious.
Really?
Yeah.
You're saying you're not trust until proven otherwise, you're suspect until proven otherwise?
I think there's a little bit of a middle ground there, but I would say I'm oftentimes more suspicious.
Good to know. So you'll never catch Cole slipping.
You gotta stay sharp.
Is that why do you think that is? Let's do some psychoanalysis. This isn't
We got a little bit of therapy session here.
I mean, I don't think anything's gonna happen in this round other than David killing everybody. Oh, come on, David. This is ridiculous. Wow. They were supposed to be allowed to save there.
And you know what? I trust David a lot. That's one thing I know for sure.
I think all of his teammates do as well. How can you not? When he just walks out onto B and kills 3. I know they only had pistols, but come on.
Yeah. Well, the whole totem pole setup to knock him down was quite nice. And you trust that David called B site clear and that you can safely cross in. Look at that
smile.
Yeah, Rick's is so proud.
Rick's just looking at him smiling. It's like, look at what we got. Look at what we found.
This is so nice.
Why'd they let him go? How did we get him? Wait, you mean I don't have to teach another 16-year-old how to play the game?
Yeah, so that's a crazy thing here. I can't believe he was available with the South American transfer market.
Didn't they bench him too?
I think so. I think it's the only way.
I had to follow the order of operations there from the...
I feel like you're right, though.
team,
I think he was benched.
Which is just a crazy decision.
Well, first he kind of lost a lot of his most effective positioning and roles, and then he was benched.
He said, this guy's really good at this thing. Let's make sure he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
That's the key to team building. You take somebody who's shown that they're really good at doing one aspect of team play in Counter-Strike, and then you make them do a different one to see if it'll work. Remember that, folks, when you're constructing your rosters. Never let anyone get comfortable. Good timing on the smoke, but they are past it. Still, the bloom is perfect for Vexite. He's going to be able to stack 2 kills off of that, and now the B site is closed for business. So, an attempt in towards the pit instead. 8-inch effective. Anticipatory smoke, expecting a Molotov to come out, but the Molotov is on NQZ, and it's not close at hand.
Got a nice line from Golly here, and then the reposition as well in towards Library. So they're well staffed here on the A side to cover off this R trap as well. And handled just about perfectly. Flashbang. Nicely tossed in there. Cowhez looking for some good adjustments and looking for that op now as the cherry on top. Good close coming through from the FlyQuest side. Rotations looking nice and tidy. Does help when you just line up a couple of kills there. Early B play, but not as effective this go around here for David in the entries.
Nice to see Vexite get active there. Was that 4 kills just in that round? I think it was.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible. Way to pop up on the board.
Good activation right there. Good time to do it, keeping the lead healthy for FlyQuest. Or alive, I guess.
It's funny how different the pacing is just on an Inferno compared to everything else in the pool right now. Like, nade popping has made Counter-Strike, generally speaking, a lot more active in terms of the engagements and the setups and the info plays. And then Inferno, it has made Inferno more dynamic, but it's still Inferno. You still feel like you're being gently rocked for most of the round, and then you get the action. Here we go, Cowhez, nice pick. Finds Regali. But now we're going to go back and forth a little bit. No, we're going to accelerate straight in towards pit. Here we go. Motion on, smoking towards Moto. If they kill this midi-pit player, it's going to be a save.
Oh, their rotation's rolling through the Moto smoke right now. Dexter on the scene here. And Big U firing up. Cow is cutting it off as well.
That's why it would have been a save if you got a midi-pit player. Because now there's no survivors. You got players low. But there's a reason why teams cut bait so often on Inferno retakes. They're hard.
Yeah, even if you're not even in those like post-plant situations, you are left following through a smoke versus a lot of headshot angles. And as you can see, difficulties found by FlyQuest in transition.
You know, I saw that Cash got officially pushed.
Yeah?
The CS2 version.
NACS is so back.
We're so back. Get into the pool, and NA team's winning another major.
I think so. We got Train and we got Cash in the pool right now. That's great news.
I don't think Train was historically very good for NA.
It's good for JT specifically.
JT does like a bit of Train. And RG likes a bit of Train.
And OC, I was going to say.
Yeah, OC's a big Train game.
So you've got JT and you've got OC who are really good. I mean, Nitro's going to be good at calling on that map as well. So, you know, I was thinking about individual teams that used to be good on that map, and I think that NA is going to be good here with especially if it's minus Inferno. If Inferno's out of the pool and everyone's just playing an ancient Anubis, Cash, Dust 2 Mirage, that's a big let's fight as soon as possible. Get some aggressive duels going. That's some NA Counter-Strike right there. That
good
might
for
just be
players
thriving.
with no attention span. We're so back.
I'm going to be thriving.
You're going to be... I am season whatever we're on at this point, taking it over. Cowes, Biguzera. Locking this one down. Oh boy, it's over. 5 rounds on the board for paiN, barring a miracle. But Liaz, call him the Miracle Man. The Miracle Plan. I think he's even giving footsteps here. No miracles today. Closed for business.
Not quite. Would have needed something magical. Not going to be giving it. Just quickly shut down here, and again, now David getting the lovely little eco treatments. I think he deserves it as well for how many times he has to be the tip of the spear. Big U closing him out. We'll get into these gun rounds here fairly quickly. NQZ and Regale looking to meet head on. How are these ops going to function? Maybe a little bit more passively. Not for the T side though. That is a crazy amount of utility tossed in towards Banana. All just being denied by one player there. They're Flash reaggressed through the smoke, but this is a good reaction. paiN are very quick on the scale up B and wrapping into this A play.
The smoke's timely. At least you give them a little bit of space. Still even see him? Is that just a lineup? I think it's just a lineup. That's disgusting. Spam on in, deletes the pit player. Now the retake's here, but 1-for-1 might not be good enough. Bomb going down. Yeah, they can't risk this. They cannot risk this. They are out of here. What a shot from Snow.
I think he blew open the smoke. But I don't even know if he definitely had an HE for it. I think he used it. But either way, it was a crazy shot.
Can we get that replay? Can I request that replay, if possible, from his perspective?
I have been seeing people line up, like on the on Mirage apps. They put their crosshair on like a certain place, tuck themselves into a corner, and then just start smoke spamming straight onto the van, like the van, like not pixel boost, but on the
hop
tail
up
light of the vans.
Yeah.
And they're just getting opening picks like that.
That's pretty slick.
But
the best kind of kills are the kills where your opponents can't shoot back because they don't know where you are.
yeah, it's pretty sweet. No,
yeah, he's so blind. He had no vision.
That's a straight through the smoke, yeah.
Great line up onto the pit player. Straight blind shot.
I thought there wasn't a chance, man. I thought there was no way.
I thought so. That's sick.
Wow.
That's dope.
That is incredible, man. Well, look at me underestimating Snow.
Yeah, don't underestimate him. I told you, he's got superpowers. This dude's the future.
X-ray vision and long arms. Long legs.
This is the true scouting department. I know people are looking in Faceit Pugs and like open teams. No, you got to look in the fan cams. That's where they found Snow. Aminio was telling me that he used to be in the fan cams with him.
That's crazy.
That's where the true talent in Brazil is in the ESL fan cams, man.
Gotta bring those back. I guess that was more of a...
That was an
online thing, yeah.
It was a big COVID thing.
Yeah. But hey, maybe for the studio events.
Maybe for the studio, can't have an audience in person.
Why can't we?
We could do it.
Those were always fun. We gotta bring that back. Well, not the COVID thing, but just the fan camps.
Yeah, we'll skip that part.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could deal with another 2 years of that.
Understandable.
Hold on. Hold on. Don't hold on. Let go. Let go. Relieve pressure. It's been a while since FlyQuest felt like they had a foothold in this, huh?
Yeah. I haven't been able to get much rolling here. It has been a bit of a jarring pace as well from paiN. They have been super aggressive in these last couple of rounds here, especially up against the rifles. They have held nothing back. Feels like they're stringing rounds off of each other super well. So, you know, every once in a while it's a quick punch up, B, a lot of utility, then bam, they're already in your A bomb site wrapping you up. And the conditioning here has just been super effective. Vexite gonna have a tough time saving. Should be wrapped up here, flanked. And there he is.
Effective conditioning. Good for your hair, good for your Counter-Strike.
Oh yeah. How often do you condition?
Daily.
Daily?
Daily.
Condition
Do you
daily?
not? No. How often do you condition?
Once a week?
How often do you wash your hair?
Maybe like once every 3 or 4 days?
I'm daily. Daily shampoo, daily condition.
Really?
Yeah. I feel if I don't wash at all. Gotta wake up feeling fresh.
Fair enough.
Maybe that's bad for me. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more discussion of hair and whatever, and I'm not up to date on it.
Well, you got nice hair, so that's all that matters.
For now, I'm getting old. Gotta decide if I'm gonna start spritzing.
Well, hey, they say when you have the hair that you have when you're 30, it's pretty much good from there.
I don't think that's the case,
That's what
to
I've
be
heard.
honest.
I've heard that.
I don't. I like that you've heard that. I think that might be a lie. The hair's definitely changing.
Well, then
Consulted the resident Counter-Strike hair specialist, Chad Sponge Birchall. Gave me some advice.
Yeah?
I gotta decide if I'm gonna follow it.
You got a derma roller
What is that?
where you rub your scalp with like little needles?
Interesting. No, didn't
That's
know
what
that.
David's doing, but instead of needles, it's just bullets.
Just bullets on his scalp? Don't put bullets on your scalp, folks. That is very dangerous. FlyQuest sending some bullets back towards his scalp. We got a chance here.
Ooh. Yeah, Snow's going to look to make that chance a whole lot more possible. Oh, can he make it another kill? No, great flashbang from Dexter. Making it a lot easier to handle Snow if he can't see yet.
Well, we found out that is not actually conclusive. It's not conclusive. That does not definitely help you with this. Flashbang to set up this peak. Speaking of can't see ya, no, it's a Molotov. You can see through mollies. They do sting, though.
There's an HE.
That smoke, a little too poofy. There's cover from the molly. Big kill from Picazera. Come on, FlyQuest. 6 seconds. You got to have this one. There should be no time. The bomb plant's coming through, though. They've got enough. They've got enough. FlyQuest, you got to close. Into the clutch. It goes NQZ, and he cannot escape the fountain. And so he will rest in its sweet waters as we head to the half. Nice. Frustration there for Big Zero to close out the half. Little something, little silver lining perhaps for FlyQuest. This one's still very much in contention. So we swap sides with just a 2-round gap on the teams. What's your vibe check?
My vibe check here is that FlyQuest needed that last round.
They got it?
They're going to be feeling a lot better with the fact that they closed that out, especially if it was that sort of devastating 4v2 loss that could have been. But they do crucially close it out. Okay, well, FlyQuest might be the first team that we saw today successfully assemble the silent boost.
Hey, you know what? I think that means they're winning.
That's a really good start here nowadays.
It's a low bar, but I think that means they're winning.
I'm with you. That's the vibe right now.
Liaz has chased a chicken in towards the hallway. That's given up his position. Now they know. The chicken betrayed him. Frank, a secret agent, a double operative. Frank Jr. returning to sell them out here. Now a 2v2 trade, but on the site itself, David only gets the 1. So you silence that monster. You get yourself a chance at the plant. And now it's Snow and Cowets working their way back into this one.
Both with armor, both with a little bit of utility as well.
In's not so much on the armor. But everyone else, they're vested up. Out of the pit already, dancing around, but there's the trade. Liaz has dropped it. Now in the smoke, cover from it. Liaz finds his third.
Oh, he just looks so chill as well.
It's free as.
Closes it out. Not even that pistol.
Tell me someone's thought of it's free as for Liaz before.
Free as?
Free as.
I do. I worked with with the Elfish guy one time.
One time.
And he did like the phrase easy as, and I've been wondering if that's like a Australian common phrase. Easy as?
Easy as. Interesting. Okay.
Said that quite a bit and I liked it.
Why did you never work with him again?
Just so happened to be that, we never crossed paths yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
It was a fun
what you're saying
cast.
Publicly, privately. What did Elfish do? Get to the secret of it. She's more of a dwarf guy.
Do you like dwarfs?
That's why you're with Dwarf Mike right now. Instead of Elfish guy.
That's a good one. Bang.
Bang! Bang, bang! And Cold Zera's out of the round. Big Zera. The other Zera. The other one David's played with.
Don't even forget Venom Zera.
Yo, Venom Zera. Is he still there? What's he up to these days?
Yeah, he's still rocking there. It would be tough to separate those two. Big Zera, on the other hand, is kind of carving a path for his own.
Big Bigu. They're picking the right site right now. It's NQ Zera. Is the only era. Or Zera around here. They're moving the 3, though, over this way. There was a chance, a slim window, to maybe drop that bomb. That's not going to need to happen. They were thinking about maybe wrapping it towards B, but that's where everybody is, and now they know that. So bomb planted, round over. paiN just going to try and save what little they got. And Inns might be zeroing in on them.
Sure. Yeah.
Allow it.
In. I think that lines up. That checks out.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Pass the certification.
It was a little bit shaky at the start, but it's all about how you finish.
Look at the mentality here.
Wow.
3 players hunting. Regali's in T-spawn. Clearing it out.
Yeah, they really want to drop these guns here. And there is a lot to lose on the side of paiN. They would have had a decent bit of firepower. See if they can hold on to their weaponry. That's a nice spin from Cowes. His crosshair positioned nicely to close out a couple of kills. But then he saw a little gun on the ground. That was the trap that lured him in.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
To be fair, getting a rifle out of this would have been massive.
Would have been nice.
I think the risk reward was worth the risk.
I agree with you. I agree with Cowes.
I stand with Cowes. Get it trending. Hashtag I stand with Cowes. No other context. Make him think something really bad has gone.
Oh no!
When he checks Twitter later.
And it's just about his...
Can you imagine if you checked and you were trending with I Stand With no other context?
What did I do?
I think I would shit a brick.
Just dropped your 5-7. It's okay. Gonna have to watch the demos for that one.
Grok's desperately trying to AI explain what on earth this trend is. Failing miserably.
That would just be AI trying to explain a...
This is all about timing the bombs right here. Oh, Vexite's aware. Vexite's aware, but he doesn't expect a second. That's the bomb drop. And now they're all here. Now they're all swarming.
Ollie.
FlyQuest got a little too spread out. When you get spread out, you get pierced through. Yes, they'll start to mop this up. It's Snow with the AK that you really gotta fear. Never mind. No, you don't. It's actually fine though.
It's important that they don't let that round slip right there. That's one of those, key moments where...
That's a tilter.
Yeah, exactly. It's just going to be a super frustrating situation if that one goes too far gone. And managing to seal it in after a little bit of struggle. Dropping that bomb's no problem there. It funnels the paiN squad into one position. One vulnerable position. We got NQZ with the op on the first gun round. A lot of utility damage traded out back and forth.
Ouch.
Oh, but Snow continues to catch it.
Big ouch.
Big ouch.
Strong ouch energy in this round.
Just a whole lot of ouch. I mean, you ever wonder teams just start to handshake here? What if we don't throw utility at the start of the round and we played even?
Yeah, we play like it's 2013.
Yeah, mollies are banned.
Actually,
they're too overpowered.
Smoke's illegal. Molly's banned.
Oh. NQZ. Back it up right there. As soon as it allows for the cross. That FlyQuest timing is incredible.
Oh no. Oh no. Vexite's made a hash of that. Looked like it was going to be David's error, and instead now they're getting a chance to get out of this. Liaz trying to take a space, trying to still find the punitive measures. But it's the NQZ punish that connects. That is a big mistake made from Vexite. Big blunder. It's allowed paiN to escape with the advantage here. They're going to try and pinch in towards B, but time's going to be the issue. 30 seconds.
Oh.
We've just seen Snow slip through. But how do your teammate still has to go in. You still have to go help him. You're going to get that kill, but you can't reroute. They're hoping that this noise made towards A on Moto is going to pull off the B-site player, but it just sets up a 1v1. A risk not rewarded here.
Big did go down to half. I mean, it at least gave him somewhat of a duel. I don't know if it was favorable.
It pulls him out of the back lines. You know, I see the idea. I see what he's cooking.
Managed to make it a bit possible.
That hurts me.
Very tough fight, yeah. David lands a very sharp adjustment.
That's the thing about David. You got to kill him insta.
Yeah.
If he gets to flick, you will regret it. There's a reason he's got Deus on the end of his name and no one's made him change it.
He definitely has earned that. Time to kill very quick. And manages to shut down any missing that was done in that last round. Got the op now this time once again with another shot. But he just reins it in as soon as FlyQuest turned the corner. Around the bin.
Oh. Oh, could have been two. Settle for one. Smoke up, give him a little comfort. Molotov timing is perfect here to disjoint this. Can't go for the more accelerated approach, and you just don't have a lot of utility to fall back on, right? So there's another two smokes. There's a flash, there's a molly. This next salvo is your last.
Look at the trust that they place in Snow here for a very long time in this round. He is just solo on B. Absolutely no assistance other than the utility dump early in the round in CT spawn, but other than that, they just can trust that he can offer up early defenses if needed here. 40 seconds left. Decisions have to be made here for FlyQuest, and for the most part, has to be towards this A side.
That's a hell of a shot. That'll open things up. Skeleton key type of kill out from Ins. But still a lot more locks to get past. And this wrap from Moto will have to be the antidote because Zera painted into a corner. He finds some impact, but he can't deny the round. The bomb will be planted. His teammates rotating in. Regali tucks it deep. Vexite is so low. For the moment, he's tucked in by the graveyard, but this is such a risky position. And as they wrap a lane, he's going to be so very compromised. Needs just a ripper of a headshot on the first phase. Or he'll be at least an early warning system. Set up crossfire on Regali. There's the wraparound. Gets the first. Gets the one. Can't finish the shot. Great idea, but couldn't quite pay it off. And now it is paiN sliding into the lead.
It's going to help big time that the first person that lands the opening kill on that retake is somehow in QZ. I don't know how he manages to make that work. A very quick battle op situation. And brings in a little bit of comfort there in the clutch for Snow to land the trade onto the low HP Vexite. And look at that, yeah, very happy. Quick communication, quick call out as to where the last man standing is. NQZ helping out in the opening stage of the round and the closing. Snow with the 1v1. paiN with the lead. Tech9s are out. A lot of utility here and a fast play in towards Apps once again. Oh, a little bit overexposed as David. He didn't prepare for that level of aggression. Now it's just the op that can only shoot one bullet at a time. And is going to have to concede the bomb site.
Well, if they get the bomb over, there they do. Dexter close up on the angle. Snow knows to clear this, but he doesn't clear it deep enough. Lazy clear, and it's cost them. The Tech9 just punished to the 2-2. Gotta know your angles, gentlemen. Gotta know your angles, and now the dangle of this one is getting out of there. Getting gone. FlyQuest on the techies. The fast play catches paiN asleep. And this one will jolt them awake. It better jolt them awake.
Yeah, it has to right there. That's a huge surprise right there. David caught completely off guard trying to get mollies out with his util rolling. Did not expect that from FlyQuest whatsoever. My question is, how do they remain that surprising? How do they get that far into the A site under porch without any sort of awareness from this? I mean, you can see flashes strung together super effectively. I think there was some smoke there, maybe one of those mid smokes that is used to kind of cut off arches and porch side, but very frustrating loss there for paiN.
I love that kind of a leg hit because he goes, thinks about how much it's gonna hurt, slows down the hand, still does a little light tap.
And at least you get the early initial feeling of frustration out with the arm raise.
Effective motion without hurting your hand.
Yeah.
Good restraint from Kawes. That's a pro right there.
The vet. Not out of things just yet. There's paiN here, even though they're on the low buy. It's NQZ taking some initiative. Wants to double dip, though. Is that going to be a problem? Or is he going to perfectly work around this off angle? Oh my god, Bigu in the potted plant position. And he sends two into the soil.
Bigu known as something of a gardener. Raising young sprouts. But he can get in there and do the dirty work himself. Give him a trowel. Let him cook. Do they want to attempt this on the FlyQuest side?
I don't think so. They have no money here for Regali in reserve. But everyone else is good enough to buy up in the next round.
I guess these two players have full built of util as well. Yeah. And
just run it back next.
paiN, it was nervy enough in this buy that they're going to want to keep the money up as well, so you're not too nervous about the hunt. So we just get to spend 50 seconds watching no action happen.
Watermelon.
It's our watermelon in. Is there a Frank for us? Is there a Frank available? Can we go find Frank?
Watermelon
Spirit of Frank. No Frank.
Frank's gone.
We've been...
You're holding on to Frank's memory for too long.
I just want another chicken.
He's gone, okay? You got to accept it.
I got no one else. Come back to me, Frank. If the players can respawn, surely you can too, Frank.
Oh. Why? Why, Frank?
Why, Frank? There was no better bird than you, Frank. This is a nice setup. Doom Crosshair pays off there for Big Zera.
Yeah, it often does, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You don't like the move
I don't
model,
like
or you don't like Big Zera?
I don't like to look at his view model. I like Big Zera. I like his calling.
It's catching on, man. He's a trendsetter.
Yeah, he's a trendsetter.
He's a trendsetter. You're going to be using it before you know it.
I will not.
He'll infest you.
Not a chance.
Yeah, well, you're the guy who thinks the A4 has no aura. So.
The A1S.
No, you said the A4.
Oh, yeah, the A4, yeah. Sorry. You
can't even keep your own aura comments straight now.
Listen, the only gun with...
Caught him out in a contradiction.
The only
I accuse.
aura is the AK.
Only the AK?
Yeah.
I mean, does make sense that everyone tries to pick it up on both sides then.
Yeah, that gun's got aura right there. Dexter using it, but it was a fair duel right there. Snow had one.
So you're saying the Deagle has no aura?
Whoa. Rifle, sorry.
That's not what you said. You said gun.
Sorry.
Op no aura?
Sorry. I feel like I'm getting attacked here.
Yeah, well, you're saying
Under the
crazy,
microscope.
baseless things. So get in the DMs.
The op has aura.
Oh boy, not that one. The aura is the missing aura. The whiffing aura. Piggyzera trying to hold on to this position solo. Can't quite escape. Regali checks him back, and now FlyQuest might have just opened the doors to a bomb site. They have indeed. No one's home. So this is where we're almost certainly going to see the save from paiN. And that's going to be tied up double digits. This one's going the distance. This one feels like neither team can step away. Cole, do you smell that? In the air? Distinct whiff.
It's not a chicken butt.
Distinct whiff.
Is that a
whiff of
O
overtime.
with a T behind it?
Yeah, that chicken's getting close to the door. Quick, go! Someone go run behind him. Make it happen.
He's not doing it, man. Frank's gone.
No, this chicken's Frank-esque. I'm telling you. He's in the family.
Looking a little Frankie.
Oh, Frankie. No, I was a different person.
Look at that. Aggressively hunting here? No, they're going to let him save. Do put the pressure on him, though. Just show him that they're around. But that's FlyQuest with a really quick bounce back in a much-needed fashion. Otherwise, you know, that long save that comes through would have been punished. It's Dexter still fighting tooth and nail for this one. A little bit more impact out of this Regali T-side AWP as well, cutting off and landing trades for his teammate. Timeout called from FlyQuest, knowing the position they could put paiN in this late into map 3, this decider.
Now you're going to want to take the dough out of the preheating drawer, preheat the oven. Just picturing what Aircast is letting him know. It's time to bake.
Bake some bread or some dough. Pizza dough?
Bake some rounds. Obviously, what else could I be caught talking about? We're watching Counter-Strike.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the right time.
What are you talking about?
Dinner comes after, but you got to earn it.
Cole's already thinking about lunch. Might be dinner by the time we hit the end of the 6th overtime on this map. Calling my shot! And you know, right now, when it comes true, I'm a soothsayer.
Top 10 times when casters went 200 IQ prediction mode.
Put in the compilation.
That might be number 1 if you're right.
Talk about you, Viri. Put it in the compilation.
That's some great utility damage, though, here. That's 2 players chunked down to about half to start this round off. This banana fight going just swimmingly for paiN. They want to continue the pressure. Big U looking to be the tip of the spear in this play. Dexter behind it. A little battle of the minds goes up in Big U's favor. As that head-to-head is closed out, now there's an op that stands behind him. And this is loud. NQZ, is he going to connect here? He certainly will. And double down on the double entry coming through here from the side of paiN. And Leah's not in a position to react just yet here. They're still slow about the approach. Oh, and another HE. Leah's hasn't seen his target yet.
Snow.
Oh, Snow.
Oh, boy. Overswings. Vaxite knew he was coming. Knew what to expect. The anticipation works out in his favor, but you still got players who are so low. Liaz, wounded. Vaxite not very much better. You want the big guy on the op to connect. And at least for the moment, they'll deny him the chance at the shot. The tick was hurt on David, though. All the players in towards Pit. They know they've got him flush, but no one was ready for the punish. Here comes the angle. Liaz, low HP or no, he can still hit the headshots. And it comes down to Kawaz in the back of the site. Regali running him down with a pistol. Needs to get that done. Now the bomb can be planted. There's time enough. There's space allowed. The rotation is on, but it's NQZ and BQ Zera, both coming from the bottom of Banana. Now creeping their way up the lane. Creeping their way in on approach. A crossfire set up for the mini pit, and Liaz wants to get ahead of it because he knows a headshot is his best chance. NQZ. Gone to the AK. Everything to play for here. Critical round, a critical juncture, clearing out the mini pit, but leaving himself exposed to the op on site.
I tell you what, there's a whole lot of trust in your op right there. That's for sure. Trusting that Liaz can cover off with low HP, being able to connect there quickly for Regali, and bringing home an incredibly trialing round. That's a 5v3 that starts it off. And they pull it back piece by piece. paiN cannot afford to let rounds like that slip, and you can see how much it means to FlyQuest. That is everything. Big not happy about that one. The B side did so much to pull that round into their favor early on, just to have to rotate in to try and save this round, and it's devastating here as well. Money is going to be at a tough position.
This is really the first time out for paiN this map? That's kind of wild. I guess a lot of it's largely been going to plan until these last few, but there have been a fair few now where I would say that's the case. So we got the hero rifle, minimal investment around it. You don't have a lot. Snow's presumably saving to drop the op over towards NQZ, but even without the weapon investment, you'd like a tiny bit more utility just to get the choke points. Big Zera is the only one with it. So they're going to lead Big U towards A. This is the classic paiN low buy round. I go one site and try and slow them down. You guys try and kill them on the other site. Footsteps heard. They know what's coming. And it's good for the spray.
Oh.
Rifler connected. What a shot on the second. And, well, this one's done. This one's over.
Yeah. FlyQuest going to get series point first. paiN are going to struggle to do
hang on.
just that here. They're going to have to fight for this one. I think you're going to grab an AK for his troubles, but that just feels about all here. You definitely want to save if you're Big U.
Yeah. It's a big find. It's a massive one. Gives you a little more flexibility here. The utility purchases.
Better firepower. Maybe it allows Snow to potentially toss up an op more comfortably to NQZ in the next one, but right as if he holds on to it.
Oh boy.
That will remain true. He's getting a bit aggressive, though.
The exits don't really tip the scale here. Well,
Can't hurt. You just got to land him.
makes it easier to survive, that's for sure.
And CT is a safe place.
He even gets a molly. Molotov, true bottler.
That's a team molly as well, I believe.
Yeah, it's a nice find.
Yeah.
That's the proper bottle with a rag stuffed in it.
Yeah, that's how you do it. It's crazy that that's
High class.
a more effective one than
Yeah, you would think it would be the other way around.
Yeah. I'd imagine battle tested.
Sometimes the old-fashioned ways are the best ways, apparently.
Yeah. You don't got to reinvent the wheel.
Well, it's just the classic thing with military defense contractors is they pass that bid out to the cheapest bidder and is made shoddily, and there are issues there. Meanwhile, you stuff a rag in a bottle. Watch out.
I could do a whole lot there. Has been for this T side of FlyQuest. And they love this aggressive apartments positioning here between Liaz and Vexite. Trying to do it again.
Look at that nade. Actually, not as meaty as I thought it might be, but still quite chunky. And NQZ, very much chunky on the op shots. It's a nice start. It's a very nice start for paiN here as they're going to try and drag this towards overtime, towards extra rounds. But we've seen FlyQuest. They've had that extra something. These rounds that matter most. 4 players are here for paiN, though. They've got the read. There's no second element. There's no threat towards B. There's nothing to coax them back.
The T side threw a molly deep in Banana as well, but that still looks like it's bringing in some extra rotates right now. They still have NQZ covering off this arch side.
Split B, it seems. But with that op, you're right. It's just too much. That's the bomb spotted as well, so that's information confirmed, if you will. That'll keep Snow close at hand.
It's a perfect reposition from Cowas back into safety. Oh, but Vexite deletes Dave. There's a chance here to now overwhelm this player on the back of the site.
Oh, and QZ is just taking command of this. The walkout with the USP is enough. Snow denies him the ace, but they'll take this round however they can get it. NQZ stepping up massive, flying through that library smoke. Such a risk to himself, but he had to put that round away right then and there, not give FlyQuest a chance to spin back up.
Oh, that's such a crazy call as well. This is NQZ all through the round here. 4 kills in total and keeping his teammates safe. As you highlighted, that is never a move you would ever expect out of an opper. Pushing the smoke like that is pure madness. But that's what they needed in that moment. Finding a way to help out Cowas with his back against the wall.
And NQZ's been stepping out massively. 18 and 12 to this point. One more impact round, that's all they need to start this chain of overtimes. Told you, Cole. You could smell it.
Oh, yeah, I was smelling it.
Environments were right. The atmosphere. There's a certain
smelling 6.
thickening of the atmosphere. Portents speak to it. Omens are good. I've read the entrails. The flight of birds above me. Meatballs in the sky. This nade. Big part of getting there.
God.
Oh boy, Dexter low.
Gonna have to slide in up this porch side. There's just no presence elsewhere on the map here. Especially if you look at potentially this aggression from paiN in the mid round. You can see on the map there, Big Uzera pushing past the smoke, keeping banana control. No need to jump on the rotates just yet here. You still have NQZ on the site proper, ready to defend.
Great shot hit. Oh, and he's spooling up again. NQZ just deleting all of them. They keep fighting him on the same line. That's never going to be a recipe for success. FlyQuest gone. Cannot claim this one in regulation. Inns desperately trying to cling to it. But there will be no chance. NQZ, the final boss of this map of Inferno, and he stands unslain.
For the past 2 rounds here, he just continues to step up here. 2 massive impact rounds rolling through for NQZ, providing them safety here, bringing in time for some of these extra stars of this paiN roster to step up to the plate. And no better time than now for NQZ to level up on the CT side. OT now. FlyQuest, their path here gets a little bit more difficult. And now paiN, who missed out on a couple of those timeouts throughout regulation, are going to call them out of the gates here in this overtime. Going to make sure to use the one that you get, so it's not gone. What does FlyQuest do to try and adjust and try and avoid, maybe shut down NQZ? All the while, NQZ is going to try his best to stay elusive, and you can see where his target is set already. Been firing up towards the A side right now. He is ready to scale it fast towards B. This looks like to be a potentially punchy round here as well with the smokes off spawn from Snow.
Getting interesting, yeah, that deep smoke, different look. Haven't seen that very often. So does that keep the doubt in for FlyQuest? Oh boy, NQZ risked it, and that nade. Oh my god, he's alive. But Big Uzera, not so much. 1 HP.
Oh, and if it comes down to him being on 1 HP, the difference maker here, he brings in another multi-kill and somehow managed to make it work for paiN. That's going to be so brutal. That HE looked on target. He's still an unknown quantity as well.
Yeah, didn't fire that shot.
Yeah. There's that classic apartments duo here. Look at the buddy system so effectively.
It's only 1 man on. It's just Cowas. A lot of work to do. No one even close to the arches to help him out. And as they start to scale up, Cowas is in big, big trouble. He needs to get that util dumped early. Hold on to that smoke, at least for the moment. Now deployed. A little bit of comfort here to get towards the truck. And they're actually backing off, so now they're being pushed into the stack.
Like, Cowas has just done it, right? He's been able to offer up enough deterrence for them to go look the other way. CT smoke could be deadly for NQZ, though.
himself out of the line. Blinded up. Are they going to flash him through? CT Molotov keeps this at bay, at least for the moment. Dumping nades again. Here's the pathing in towards site. They're closing the gap. They find Snow in the back. Now should all be shut down. The player tree gone as well. 1 HP for NQZ, and he's just thinking about how best to get out of there.
Yeah, save would be ideal. Cow is going to open up that path for him.
They couldn't find a regulation, but as is so often the case, the team that can't close strikes first.
It's so much easier to get 13.
Psychology is a hell of a drug.
It's that dang brain up there that sometimes could do you in.
Some players simply not have brains.
Just aim.
Unfortunately, I think too many of them do. But not these. They're using their brains. Powerful tools. Not so successful in the hunt, our FlyQuest, but the round is all they care about.
Yeah, nothing really to lose. Might be worth a shot. Try and sweep things later down. Lunch could have some impact here, but for now, ends with the smoke spam, this banana fight. I mean, as I kind of said there earlier, it's how do you shut down NQZ as these two rounds kind of get strung together, and as he looks to continue to play hero ball here for paiN in terms of these last couple of rounds. He tries to do it again, and then it's just limited to 1 HP. And that is a whole lot more difficult to play confidently and re-peek into angles, take aggressive duels, push a smoke, say. All of that's going to be limited when he's on 1.
Show up damage on Inge, but it won't stop him from edging. He's an edgy boy. Mostly dead boy right now. Flashbang's definitely going to finish him off. So nice first move here from paiN. Very nice indeed. Commanding banana aggression. Still player log, so perhaps I could go overlooked later on. And actually, yeah, they're going to shift the bomb up this direction. They want this banana control.
Not a bad idea here. Still got a lot of resistance ready to go over there towards the A side. Again, that's part of that is the AW presence. AWP presence, that is. And
AW presence.
Towards B.
Snow. Connects all first. Traded out. Bomb looks to be good to plant. And in a post, I mean, this is a lot more viable. Desperation on that spray. It's not going to connect.
Don't have a great amount of utility here for this retake here. That's a problem for the CT side, but they're activating early. They're not even throwing that utility just yet. Backside spotted on the top ropes right now. He's under pressure, but that Molly's going to buy some valuable time. Could allow him to reposition. He holds the line instead. Regale tries to take a fight through the smoke right there as he's trying to offer up some support for the rifles. The time continues to tick. They're running low on it. It could be panic stations right now for paiN, and FlyQuest punish in a big way with Lias in a 3K rolling through, and they're out of their chairs.
Monstrous from Lias again. Spooling up here to deliver. Never the one who's going to have the pop-off in terms of noise. But slowly and steadily, he might be the one to tip the scales to put them over the line. A massive victory this would be for FlyQuest. They already had 2 shots at it. And now the energy's starting to kick up. paiN suspiciously quiet as they're trying to claw back another tough situation. Tensions rising. Faster play up towards B. They've been rebuffed. paiN aren't going to have this control to play off of early. Zero wants to retake it. He's good for it. Good for the second. No, not quite, but the trade is there. So this one comes up roses for paiN. And while FlyQuest will be conceded the real estate, the apartment came a little bit too expensive.
Maybe a little bit over budget right now in the banana control that they're looking for. Lose out on some opening fights. Big, you're staying confident on these banana duels here. How does this A side hold up, though? Again, there's been some question marks without that AWP presence from NQZ about what these 2 efficient riflers can bring to the table, but that's not going to be a matter. They're heading into NQZ once again. The backlines with this AWP going to take that contact, and Vexite will be punished. Does that change the direction at all for FlyQuest, or do they try and brute force their way through this duo? Flash is being met here. Regale not getting gifted a peek back in return. And there's a tough fight ahead of them here. HG's doing some damage here. Blowing open a hole in the smoke. Elias is almost on the line. He's just going to try and plant the bomb inside the smoke, draw out some peeks coming through, but they're not given. Snow looking to try and play off the coffins. Locks in a kill onto Liaz, and it's just Regalia in a 1v4 clutch.
No world.
Not a chance here. Snow gonna give him a little bit of an opportunity.
Oh, they can't
and
do this.
QZ gives him another peek. 10 seconds left. Still some time to work with. Just try and plant that bomb. Needs some utility down now. Is there any safety here? He's gonna plant outside that smoke, I believe. Yeah, there's vision there from David. We'll punch a hole in it, and Regalia will be denied a clutch.
They nearly played back into his hands, though. They nearly played back into it. They nearly gave him the opportunity. What should have been unlosable for paiN. And you can see the nerves on these young players. The tension. One of those situations where if you just don't fight, there's no chance. Yet they hunt. There's no reason. He didn't even realize. He thought it was a ragdoll. He thought it was a ragdoll at first.
I think it's like a body at the edge of the smoke right there. He only realized when he started shooting through it. Could you imagine if he gets the bomb down there and then catches David trying to reload or something?
We don't have to imagine. Didn't happen, but yes, that would have been devastating. Another way to put it. Nadish could be deadly. Not gonna really find much of anyone at all, actually, from FlyQuest. This one, a little better.
That's a good one.
That's a lot better. You take those. Instead, hold on, son. Let me throw you out a throw.
Yeah, $300 well spent right there.
Good pitcher.
Same is true for paiN. Just to get past that top banana smoke, though, they have to toss a lot in. Oh, but Regalia gets off the line.
He spots it, but he doesn't shoot. Now Vexite's in trouble backside. He's got support, but they are so smoked out. That flashbang timing is lethal, but somehow it works in his favor. Look at the damage that's been done on these players. Vexite can only find the one, but the damage.
Yeah, it still has a full belt.
There's an HE coming in on Liaz. You're absolutely right. This full belt utility might be the difference maker. This might tip the scales. How is this now tagged up? No one is healthy. No one is healthy in this defense for paiN. Nade into the back lines. Molly into the back lines, and QZ burning, but it doesn't quite go deep enough. No! The shot through the box? What was that from Regalia? He finds the inch, and this might just be it. This is map point. This is series point locked in. The retake is a thing of beauty. Plenty of time.
Okay.
Plenty of time. No issues.
Just a little nervous there.
No problems.
Good job done. Liaz turning around right there and getting that smoke spam kill onto Banana before things ever get too complicated on the inbound.
Woo! I can't repeat that one.
Not quite.
I'm from the wrong continent to repeat that one.
That is a huge round off. FlyQuest feeling the energy right now. This has been a pressure point for them now. With series point on the line, they did let 2 in a row slip, but now they got 2 more chances here. 2 more shots. Close out. And send paiN down to 1 and 2 in the Swiss stage.
It'd be stunning. Nations of Australia and Romania collectively hold their breath. This is not the path you envisioned if you're paiN. You were coming in as one of the top dogs. Expected to trounce this group in so many ways, this first stage of play.
Get in a position where there's no more mistakes afforded to them. What is he waiting for there? Has an HE ready to go. Waiting for that flashbang combo. No vision on any brackets presence, but that's shortly filled up by Big U trying to continue to apply pressure. But they're struggling to turn the corners right now. With 35 seconds left, that could be a problem.
A lack of B pressure as well means that there's 4 players in position. They're so very ready for this, and there's still some utility available here for FlyQuest. Oh, Inns actually pulls off of this at the last moment, the wrong moment.
Oh
There's been a misread. I don't know how that went unpunished, but now these players are out of the belt, but Vexite is here for the backstop. Vexite is locking it down, and Vexite might be sending FlyQuest through. The round is theirs and ends to finish. FlyQuest pull off the upset. They triumph here. They best the Brazilians, and FlyQuest are 2-1. They're fighting. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be clean, but they got it out. They grit it out through 3. And paiN once again find themselves on the brink of elimination.